Love you guys. Okay. Jay Towner, how we doing? Anthony, you made it. Chad Walker, I literally just saw your Snapchat in a combine. Literally as I looked up. Gary, how we doing? Boy, it's starting to cool down outside, isn't it? I think up there, Chad, you guys gonna get a frost warning tonight. Pretty jealous of that. We could really use one on what I've been trying to scout out and look up. But it's nowhere near cold enough for a frost yet down here. So pretty frustrating. Pretty frustrating because that's really, really hard for me to start mapping out my stuff without that frost. Knocking that grass down and killing it. But it is what it is. It feels good outside now, though. I just stepped outside and it's supposed to get down to like 44 or 42 tonight. So yeah, Jordan, I'm jealous of that. Around here, it seems like you get that frost and it kills all that grass off in about a week's time. Those trails pop like crazy. Just awesome. Awesome. Makes it a lot easier to find stuff. What I scouted out here last week, it's pretty frustrating because it's really hard to tell where those trails are, especially on new ground that I'm not familiar with. Makes it pretty difficult, but oh, Gary, you're up in North Dakota. I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm sure there's still a little blue up there, but yeah, they'll turn pretty quick for you up there. I mean, that's you know what I'd say 1st of November. You're probably looking pretty good up there, I would guess. It's funny how it just works its way down south. L&J Outdoor, how we doing? Hey, Mike, how we doing? A&C Trap Line. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you boys can do this year. That's gonna be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. You guys are gonna hammer some coon. Jeep fam, Keith, how's it going? Flintlock 25's in here. Uh, yeah, I bought some more traps, Anthony. Um, went up there to Allen's here last week. When was that? Was it Monday? Might have been Monday. I went up to Allen's or last Friday. It all blurs together, but went up there and came home with a lot more than I needed. But it's like a kid in a candy store. Once you're inside those places, you can't just grab your necessities and walk out the door. It just don't work that way. Hey Gary, I'll be laying steel on the ground too on the 23rd. The only difference is I'm not actually setting it, just pre-staking down here. We do that 2 weeks in advance, so a week from tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock in the morning for us. So it's definitely time to get stuff in gear. It's sneaking right up on us. Hey Kim, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey Ben Charles, 2 weeks in a row. Attaboy. How we doing? Treasure 9 mil, so bossy. Oh, that's fun. Um, well, Flintlock, one thing I'm not doing this year, which I normally do, but I've missed a couple years, is actually dye all my traps. Uh, a lot of my dog proofs are actually still looking pretty good. I am going to dye probably 50, maybe 60 of them that just got really rusty for some reason, but a lot of them look pretty good. Um, but I still got like all the new ones that I just bought. I haven't touched them. They're still in the box. A few more pogos to make. I am going to go ahead and use my full metal jacket or Zeps on all my anchors. Uh, Something that I've just done is I've always used that Zeps, that floor wax on all my cable anchors. I just feel like it helps keeps the moisture out of them for a while. Just kind of preserves them. That's why I went from going from anchors lasting 1 or 2 years to 3 or 4 years a lot of time, and it just helps. I think can't hurt anything anyway. You thought your Earth Anchor comment was funny about you, and if anyone has heard of you. Yeah, that was pretty good, bud. Yeah, I love those Earth Anchors, man. That's my thing. Anthony, how's it going? Jeep fam, still trying to get a deer in the freezer. I thought I was gonna have one tonight. A good buddy of mine that's a really avid bow hunter. He kills quite a few deer every year, and he doesn't want anything to do with them. He keeps like one or two deer for himself and gives away five or six. Well, go ahead and send them my way, bud. I'll take them. Oh, Gary, you can trap 365 up here. Yeah, there's no point if it's that crappy a fur in the summer though. Yeah, I don't know. Does North Dakota have a bounty too, or is it just South Dakota that's got the like raccoon bounty? I'm not sure which that is. Keith, how long are my anchors? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I want to say my short ones are probably 18, and my long ones I think are 21. My long ones are just if I'm actually in water that's got that what they call kind of the goose poop bottom where you're really sinking in quite a bit and there's nothing solid to it. I'll use some longer ones for like pocket sets and stuff like that. But everything else gets the shorter one. If I am doing canines, I actually drop them down to about a 12 to 14-inch pogo. So, Nick, do I think coon price will be like last year? I heard muskrat will be more. Yeah, muskrats are looking good. I actually just sold some of my fur here. I sent it up last week, uh, and I came out at 361 or 365 on my muskrats. But keep in mind, my muskrats were pretty rough. I shouldn't say pretty rough, but I had everything. I had really good ones. I had really small ones. I had a couple that ripped out through the belly. I forgot a belly wedge on them. Um, and I let a lot of them hang too long in the garage before I threw them in the freezer. So they got that grease burn to them, which is really disappointing. But I'd never had muskrats that late into the season before, so I didn't know that happened. Uh, but for 360, he said, it's going to be, you'll be looking at a $5 average, 450 to $5 average. I think pretty easy, especially for the northern rats. But coon, my buyer and most of the buyers are saying it's going to be the same as last year. But there are a few individuals in the trapping world that are saying it's going to be a lot better at the end of this season. Uh, these are just people that have been through the trapping. They've been in the trapping world for years, longer than I've been alive. And almost all of them are telling me that there's going to be some kind of increase at the end of this year. So it's kind of on one hand, your buyer's telling you it's going to be the same, but all the people that are seasoned and know the industry say it's going to go up. I tend to lean more towards these guys. Either way, I'm going out after my goal again, but uh, that's tough. It's so unpredictable. You just never know. You just never know. G fam, yeah, I get it. I get it. There's so many deer around here. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Adventure with James. How we doing? Yeah, how am I looking on here, guys? Am I clear? Not all fuzzy and messed up. I'm trying to become a computer person. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Not ever, but I'd like to think so. Hey, Mert, welcome to the party. And you're not wrong, my friend. You're not wrong. It's I gained about 15 pounds of athleticism this summer, so I'm really excited for what's going to happen come next weekend. Really excited. Nice, Walker. Uh, um, oh yeah, Dredger 9. Obviously you've got Groenwold, but that's about your. He's ate up most of the markets, bought out a lot of the other buyers, I think, but um, he's about all that's left in town. A lot of the smaller guys have packed up. Fur harvesters really isn't doing anything right now. They're just trying to move enough fur, I think, to stay afloat, which hurts us too when they can sell coon there for $2 and $3 average, just to keep them alive. Why would anyone overseas want to spend, or any fur buyer want to buy more, spend more on your coon when they can just go straight to fur harvesters and buy it from there? So it is what it is. It's disappointing, but Logan Graves, how we doing? I just ordered a bunch of stuff to finally narrow down what I need. It just sends soon tall H stands, and I should be good. What are you getting the tall H stands for, Anthony? I'm assuming 330s is what you're looking for. Hey Ken, how we doing? Thanks, Chad. Thanks for boosting my confidence after the week I've had. That's exactly what I need to hear. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. Hey, that's better. That's better. Oh yeah, you are, Mert. You just don't know about it yet. Old Mickey's gonna get you going out there hard, I think. Keith, I've never used the Death Ray, but I would. I want to give it a shot. But my problem is with I won't say style, but for as long, I mean, I'm already looking at several 10 to 11-hour days, especially that first week. If I start slowing down to take time to dispatch an animal with the Death Ray, I'm probably looking at 15-hour days at least. Just because that 177 air rifle I got, I'm going down there dispatching the coon, traps remade. From the time that door shuts when I get out to the time I open it to get back in, you're looking at 30 seconds tops. That Death Ray is going to probably put me up past a minute and a half to 3 minutes, I guess. I don't know. I've never used one, but I'd assume it takes a little bit, maybe even 5 minutes. I'm not sure. So, oh, cool, Jeep fan. That's awesome. Yeah, fur's moving now. We're getting a little cold snap here. Stuff's on the move, that's for sure. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that, Anthony. Yeah, just sell privately. A lot of people don't think about it, but a lot of stuff can be sold to taxidermists, tanneries, even. I mean, there's all kinds of networks of places to sell fur to. Doesn't just have to be a fur buyer. Uh, maybe even um, you know, old Grandma Hubbard or Cupboard or whatever it is down the road that likes to sew, wants to make a pair of mittens for her grandkids. Hey, bring it up. Here's a nice beaver pelt you can make a pair of mittens out of for 30 bucks. Whatever. So many options out there. Oh, Adventures with James. I'd love to go after muskrats hard. That's kind of one of my dreams. 58 inches versus the normal 48. I gotcha. Um, Something I experimented with, which actually is going to work, I think, pretty well, is using coon and for something that long, coyote stretchers for 330s. A lot of you probably know that I use muskrat stretchers to stabilize my 220s, but I've been playing around with it a little bit, and you can actually stabilize a 330 with a raccoon stretcher. Uh, Something that's I might actually try quite a bit this year. Well, I don't set a whole lot of 330s, but if I do, I'm going to try for it. ANC trap line, yeah. My GoPro came in just the other day. Kind of a little debate on that right now since it's my Christmas present, but I need it next week. I don't know if you heard me or not, but yeah, it came in and I'm pretty excited, but she's like, no, that's Christmas present. Well, shit. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, setting tomorrow in Wisconsin, Kevin. That's awesome. First year trapping coons. Oh, that's tell you what, man. If you got Facebook, message me. I want to see some results of that. That'll be fun. Treasure. Photography businesses. Oh yeah, that's another outlet. Yeah, I never would have thought of that. Dan Dolan, how we doing? Hey Edward. Yeah, basically you didn't miss a whole lot. Just me having a few drinks, rambling about trapping and just shooting the bull. But that's kind of why I do this stuff. I like that. I like that. It's kind of fun watching you guys actually talk amongst yourselves in the comments sometime of getting pointers or advice or. setting up some time to contact each other to discuss a situation or a type of set, and that's cool. Just putting other trappers in connection with other guys or gals. That's just it's fun, so much fun. But yeah, I found 21 more dog proofs today. Uh, I got an old maroon pickup that hopefully is going to become my trapping truck eventually. Um, I forgot I did do a little bit of trapping out of it last year, and in the box of it was 21 more dog proofs. So with what I bought, that should put me right around 535, and every one of them is going to be pre-staked before season. So this going to be a it's going to be a grind, that's for sure. You guys are probably going to see and hear me get a lot of attitude and frustration and anger just because I'm going to be exhausted. I'm going to be beat. I'm going to be, yeah, it's going to whip me into shape real quick. It's going to be rough, but it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Half Yukon Jack, half Royal Crown. Oh, man, you guys are drinking the hard stuff. But yeah, no, I, the weather changing is the big thing for me right now. We still haven't had a frost, like I mentioned earlier. Normally, we've got a frost by now, and these trails are popping like crazy. And, I'm real familiar with most of my area, but every year I expand. Every year I go out a little farther. Well, everything that I've done the last few years, I know it pretty well by the back of my hand. But as soon as you go out here, now I'm in new territory. I don't know where these trails are. And without that frost, I mean, I have to really, really slow down and look. And then you find some of these trails that, they're there, but what are they going to be? Is this going to be something that they're going to keep using? Is this trail going to really develop once we get the frost and the grass dies? Or is it just nothing? That's kind of a big thing. Actually, not too far from my house, I took pictures of a couple coon trails. I took a picture of it on August 23rd, September 23rd, and October 22nd. The day before I pre-stake, I'm going to go out and take another picture of it. Just seeing how much this trail has developed over the 3 months. If we get some frost before that, I guarantee you it's going to really pop. It's going to really pop. So it's just frustrating right now. It's been so hot. I think yesterday was like up to 76 or something again. But everything I'm seeing now looks like mid 60s, I think, at best. Uh, I think we're done with warm stuff. At least I should probably look. But yeah, it's been frustrating. Now we got 76 again on Monday, so it's tough. It's tough. Oh, absolutely, Dredger 9. Yeah, no, that weather, you gotta get that cool front in there to get them things really moving. I'm kind of jealous. All my northern Iowa buddies, they're getting some frost night. It sounds like and they're gonna have some stuff happening. So, Jeep fam, no frost here either. Just a little cold this morning and some dew. Both some frost next week. Yeah, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating, and just that frost really just gets me excited, gets me motivated. And without that, it's just I don't know. I'm excited, but without seeing what the trails develop like, I can't really get a good assumption of what my population's going to be. If I were to tell you right now, going out there without factoring in the weather, I'd say my population's way down and I'm scared to death because I'm not seeing the trails I normally do. But we don't have that frost. They're not moving like crazy yet. The grass is still growing in a way. It's cool enough. It's slowed down, but it's still rejuvenating itself every time it gets stepped on. And we need that to stop so I can really see what's going on. And it's just frustrating. No ANC trap line. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, you might be getting it up there. I hope you do, man. If you do get that frost, you know, if you get a chance, I can't remember if you said you're pre-staking or not, but if you do, when you pre-stake, slow down and don't just go to the stuff you have marked because you're gonna find stuff in between. If you get that frost between now and pre-staking, you're gonna find a lot of stuff that you've passed, especially if it's ground you've never trapped. Down in the 30s at night up here for the first few days of the season, hoping something moves. Not looking for a ton. Going to be thrilled with just a few. Hey, that's all you can ask for, Kevin. That's awesome. Down low 30s. Wow, boy, That would just get me all excited. Having it in the 30s. Oh, I think yeah, tonight's low 42, but then we go back up into the low of 52 or something like that. So, oh yeah, Flintlock. I'll still do. I'm gonna film all day long, and then at the end of the day, show what it is, what I did. Um, if it's even the bad days, if it's only 5 or 6 coon when things start slowing down, or I go back to work. Uh, I think last year I combined a few of those days where I had something come up, or um, but yeah, those first few days are gonna be pretty big. I hope. But either way, it's just gonna film it, blood, sweat, and tears, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. I guess it's just the real time. I mean, I do a little bit of editing, obviously, especially when I get this GoPro. I'm not going to be showing dispatches or anything like that, or show a lot of. There's a few roads I show that are pretty remote that I don't think a lot of people are going to recognize, but majority of my roads, I keep out of there. I've had to get my license plate taken out of my videos a few times, but for the most part, just unedited. I run, show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and move on, and just combine them. So kind of just the real blue collar redneck go after a bunch of coon, and I could go back to work and make a hell of a lot more money, but why do that, right? Oh yeah, frost is coming. Put in 3 tail cameras. Want to see if coyotes and bobcats are using these trails. That'd be cool. I've never seen. I've seen a lot of bobcats on trail cameras, but I've never done it. Yeah, yeah, Dan, I get it. I get it. Hunt ready. How we doing, buddy? Yeah, it's impossible to see trails right now, Anthony. It's tough. Yeah, hunt ready. You're about where I'm at, mid 40s then. But it's gonna warm up here like Monday, Tuesday. It looks like. Yeah, Dredger 9. That's exactly what I got going on. Like our trees are almost bare right now, but I actually just mowed our yard today because we got my daughter's birthday party tomorrow, and we rented a big bounce house. So I'm gonna try not to get too tore up and end up inside that sucker myself. Nope, Gary, I don't do anything as far as that goes. Mostly because I'm a coon trapper. I don't. If I do use footholds, I'm either in the water or I'm going to do a lot more blind sets and trails this year. Pick up that fox or um, cat running through there for sure. But nope, I don't run any wax dirt or sand. And even if I was um, coyote trapping with footholds, which I'm not great at, I'm pretty new at that actually. I think my best year was like probably 7 or 8. But I don't. I just use dry dirt. Try to get to it before the weather gets here or after everything stays frozen. You don't have those warm thaw moments. So, no, Anthony, I really don't. I take that back. So when I first really dyed all my DPs, because I use Formula One, it's more of a paint type. It might even be paint. Heck, I don't know. But once you dye them and it's all dried and everything, you got to go through on those dogs and on your trigger where the latch is, and take a file or a screwdriver, because when you hung them, that that dye comes to a drip point, and on the bottom of the trigger it's going to have a little drip point, just hanging there. And when you put it in, it's going to hit that, but it's going to slide out because it's not actually metal on metal. Um, yeah, I learned that the hard way when I was setting traps one year. I had out like 160 dog proofs, and I started going setting them, and every time I'd set it, it just snapped itself off. And luckily, I had a screwdriver with me. But every trap on opening day, I was having to modify um, slightly. It didn't take long, 10, 15 seconds to scrape everything out. But since then, I've learned if you're dying traps, you got to go through and clean out all those, make sure the trigger functions correctly. Because that die will kind of gunk up in there, and you got to make sure that trigger's still free flowing. But glad you brought that up. That's actually one of the main reasons I'm not dyeing my traps this year, is because I don't have the time to one bundle them all up, dye them, and two to go back through and clean them all up afterwards. I'm so far behind the 8 ball this year as far as that type of stuff goes that it's just not going to happen. You can't even really open your garage with a long sleeve. Yeah, right. I get that. Oh, I get it ready for sure. Huh. Anthony, what were those? Were those Dukes? Were they Z traps? Almost sounds like Z traps to me. Adventure with James ass. That's too warm, man. There's still a lot of corn in. There's still a lot of corn in. Oh yeah, I get it, Anthony, for sure. Oh wow, already you got a lot of corn out then. Hey, Chad, if he doesn't feel comfortable text messaging on here, I can hook you two up. He's not in your area, by the way. I'll say that. Kind of the opposite side, really. But yes, up there a ways. I'd say we're probably at 40% harvest, roughly. Um, we got a lot of rain though. We got 2.5 inches of rain just the other day, today, and the last 2 days. So we kind of doubled our yearly rainfall amount. That's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, Gary, it's gonna be tough. That it's just those trails aren't gonna be there just because of the grass, and it's gonna be difficult. Man, it's gonna be difficult. Hey, Chris, how we doing? Oh, Dredger 9. um, yeah. So that's kind of a long story here, but I did share this when I did a Locklear's podcast. Um, I saw these kids. My dad used to be a big bird hunter, and we guided bird dogs all across the state. We're down in Creston guiding an outfitter down there, up here from Texas, and they hired kind of a kid to carry the birds for them. I shouldn't say kid. He was 16, and I was like 12 at the time, 11 or 12, and they hired him to just carry birds for these people. I was helping my dad guide the bird dogs, and he was just a bird runner basically. And he showed up that first morning. He had 3 raccoons in the back of his truck, and I'd actually never seen one up close. So it's pretty fascinating to see that. And that whole year, I just thought about that, and I wanted to learn how to trap. Well, I went to the what used to be Coast to Coast here in town and bought 3 1.5 Duke coil springs. And I was young enough that I didn't understand how tax worked. So I did the math though in my head. There were, I don't even know what it was, 680 or something a piece. No, not even that. Yeah, probably like 630 or something. And it ended up being like $20.15 or something. All I had is $20 bill, and the guy let me have them. For it. He's a nice guy, but that year I went like it was probably 3/4 of a mile behind my dad's place. I thought timber, that's where raccoons are. Made this little wood cubby um, out of just random sticks. Threw a piece of deer fat in the back of it and put a 1.5 non-modified, non-messed with trap right in front of it. And it was like days set. Man, I'd walk back there every day. I'm like 12, 13 years old. So I'd walk back there every day and finally caught a possum. And I remember my dad was so mad because I took a screw in deer stand step and screwed it into the side of their light pole at home and took some nylon string and took me like an hour and a half to skin this possum, but I was on cloud nine. It just boiled from there. A couple years later, um, got into muskrats and uh, got into coon a little bit with when my one of my good friends got his school permit when he was 15, and we'd sneak off of that to go run a few traps first thing in the morning, and it was fun. It's just blown up from then. I can't help it, but just grow every year. I don't know why, but and there's nothing wrong with this. Some people, they have goals of I want to catch 5 mink a year, and that's all they want to do, and that's fine. They want to catch one of every species, and then they're good. For me, it's always grow. Don't ever stop growing. Grow as big as you can. I wish I wasn't like that, but for some reason, that's just my mentality of it. Um, there's always things you can do to get better, more efficient, to be quicker, uh, things like that. Yeah. Sorry, I rambled there for a while, but that's just how it is. For me, I don't know why I'm like that. Sometimes I wish I wasn't like that, but I'm still in the trapping world. My numbers are extremely minimal compared to some of these amazing trappers that they're still around that most people don't know about, but there's a whole lot more of them, you know, 30 years ago. Uh, it's there's nothing for a few of these Iowa guys if they wanted to go out catch 1,500 coon in November and 300 mink in December and 200 coyotes in January, and that's what they did, and they could easily they catch 2,000 coon in November. It just baffles me, and I think part of me just I don't know. I want to see what life was like for them doing that. I want to understand what their mental process was and how they were more efficient that way. And it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's amazing to think about guys that put up those kinds of numbers. And I run myself ragged every year, but every year I've gotten better and more efficient and caught more for the most part. Exception would be the year I got married and last year when I started filming. So not that that's an excuse, but only falling less numbers the next year twice. So I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Chris, yeah, that's something I was going to talk about on here too. Uh, Bloomfield, Iowa is holding a convention type deal this next weekend, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Any of you guys get a chance to go to it? Sounds like it's going to be a great time. Bruce Rhodes at Backwater Baits is putting it on. There's going to be a few vendors there, I believe. Uh, gonna be quite a few people, I think. There's a lot of vendors and not just trap vendors, but a few other people there. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I'm not real familiar with it. I've been down there before, but from what I hear, it's gonna be a good time. So I'll be down there on Friday. I didn't know if I was gonna make it on Friday or not because I still got I've scouted out about half my line right now. I still got half my line to scout, and I've got less than we're right at a week. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning, a week from that, I'm putting traps in the ground, and I've still got about 120, 130 miles to scout. Uh, Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday party, so we're gonna be home all day. I'm off Monday, and my next day off would be Friday. So if I get everything mostly scouted out Monday, well, that'd be a huge day, huge day. So we'll see. I'm going to plan on being there Friday in the afternoon. I don't think it opens till noon anyway, but should be a good time. Should be a good time. I know Slim's going to be there. Uh, Definitely the coyote guru, I guess you could call it. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, that sucks, Flintlock. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's stuff over there in Illinois. Oh wow, Anthony, that sounds terrible. Oh, good, Chris. Glad you're gonna make it. From what I've been seeing in the Facebook groups, there's a lot of people that are gonna make it down there. Um, I can't even. I wish I had a list in front of me. I had it uh, a while ago. There's gonna be a bunch of vendors on there. Um, yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. There's a few cool giveaways, raffles, demos. There's gonna be quite a few demos down there, and they're all gonna be by people that know what they're doing now. So that's cool. But yeah, it's I'm gonna be down there. My buddy Jeff, he's really pushing me to go down there. He's really pushing me, and I want to. I just, I've got half my line scouted out. I didn't film the second day of doing it just because I was in such a hurry. But I'm sitting right now at 208 locations, and I think about 20 to 25 more as far as what I call my breaks because my line's kind of broke up into segments. Um, I had to stop that short just a little bit because I had to get home. But I probably got 20 or 30 stops left on it, and then I'll be officially halfway in my eyes. So I'm gonna have a lot of steel on the ground this year, a lot more than I have last year, covering a lot more ground, a lot more new ground, and that's what makes me feel a lot more optimistic and confident about hitting my goal this year. So we're hoping I make it, but Mother Nature's got to play in the cards and play my way. But another thing too is distemper. As dry as it's been, I'm really thinking distemper is going to come through. I'm kind of nervous about that, but I just don't know. Oh, there we go. Mr. Billingsley just texted me the information here. Um, Vendors will be Backwater Baits, Billingsley's brand lures, Blakely Trapping Supply, Doran Miller Trap Supply, Last Step Trap Supply and Hide Tanning, Nikki's Beanies and More, Oki Cable and Trap Supplies, Prado's Trading Post. So they got a good list of vendors there. I mean, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. It's 3 days. It's gonna be fun. Hope if you guys are in Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, you should come up for it. It's gonna be fun. Thanks, Dale. By the way, I appreciate it, man. I'm hoping when I'm down there Friday, I get to talk to you. Um, yeah, it'd be good to catch up and discuss a few things. Flintlock 25, you made a dozen weasel boxes a day, running out of stuff to get ready. Oh man, that's another thing too that I didn't even think about right now. But I bought enough stuff to make 25 weasel boxes because I'm gonna go for it this year. This late season when I go north for coon, I'm gonna go after weasels. I've never caught a weasel. A weasel and a gray fox are the only thing that elude me right now, and I look forward to catching them. I had a gray fox on my buddy's trail camera a couple years ago, and I missed my opportunity at it. But it is what it is. You're gonna have stuff like that. It's not always gonna go your way. That's why they call it trapping. Uh, but yeah, I'm really excited about these weasels. I thought they were strictly way up north in the like top county or two of Iowa, but turns out there's not. I've had several people, other trappers, confirm it with me that they've seen two or three of them across the years, fairly close to me. So we're gonna go for it. Probably make 25 or 50 of them if I decide to get more stuff, and just go for it. Hopefully we can get lucky, catch one. Um, and I hope I'll get on camera. That you'd see a 33-year-old guy almost cried because he's so excited. So hey Luke, how we doing? Where's the bounce house? That's tomorrow, man. I didn't set it up tonight specifically because of that. I knew if I set it up tonight, I might have one or two more of these. Next thing you know, I'm bringing the computer outside, and you're gonna see me pop a bounce house at 247 pounds. Yeah, Jesse. So that's the thing. There's a lot of people. I just mentioned this here a little bit ago, but all the um, the fur buyers are saying prices are going to stay the same as last year, a little less. But I've got several guys that have been in this industry for a very long time that have seen the trends over 30, 40, 50 years even. Almost all of them are telling me that it's going to upturn at the end of this year. Uh, Not necessarily a big swing, but things will go up. And honestly, I tend to lean more towards people like that. One of them was on here just mentioned I mentioned a bit ago, but they're the ones that have been here and you know been doing this longer than I've been alive, and they know what these trends are and how the world works in a way. And also, fur buyers tend to. There's nothing wrong with any fur buyer, but they've got to make sure that they put money in their pocket too. So, oh yeah, Colin. Oh yeah, I've sold a lot of stuff to tanneries, just garment makers, all kinds of people. I've got. That's one thing I'm really proud of. I've developed a lot of markets here, especially this year. I'm getting all my markets actually in writing for certain amounts of product for certain amount of money. Just getting it kind of none of this verbal stuff anymore because there's so many people that say, "Oh, you know, I want 300 penis bones out of coon." All right, perfect. Well, I only want 10 or I want 5 now or no, the ones you sent me are they're too small, they're not going to work, so I'm just going to pitch them. Yeah, yeah, you're going to pitch them. Okay. Hey, Tracy, how we go? How we doing? Hudson Davis. If you, I'm not real computer smart, but if you get a hold of me on Facebook Messenger, Iowa Trapper, I can hook you up. I got shirts and hoodies right now. That's about all I got. I don't know how to do the whole thing through YouTube. Just yeah. Heck, this is the first time I've set up a live without my wife's help. So we're moving forward, guys. We're doing better at this this computer technology stuff. Oh, LNJ, that's cool. Your first year trapping Wisconsin. That's awesome. I wish you luck, buddy. Um, I can't say I've personally had experience with a whole lot of catch poles, but I have never done the plywood shield. But from what I've seen and heard from other people, the plywood shield works really well. The only problem is that's bulky to carry around, especially if you're going off road with a four wheeler or something like that. That's a lot of weight. Not weight, but it's just bulky. It takes up space. So um, I wish I had better advice for you on that. I really don't. Uh, if for you personally, I guess if it's your first year trapping, I would go with the plywood shield. I would, um, just because you don't have enough experience with bobcats. Period. That they're a very, very athletic and very quick creature. You can get yourself in trouble in a hurry, and with a catch pole, um, it's they work really well. But for someone that's never trapped before or let something go, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But that's just me, guys. That's my opinion. Yeah, I hear you, Jesse. There's not a whole lot of people that are wishing that more than me right now. Oh wow, Dan, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, Flintlock 25. He said catch bull. I'm not going to get you, man. I'm just saying my opinion on it. Shane, how we doing? See, look at that. Hunt Ready and Flintlock were so close together and they didn't even know. Hmm. Man, I talk way more on these than I do with anything else. Yeah, there you go, Anthony. I'm assuming that's your DP bait then. A lot of you guys are really close together. Yeah, Anthony, that wouldn't be bad either, but I don't think he's actually going after him. I think he said it was an accidental catch, is what his issues were. He's worried about. Oh shoot! This is the first night I've turned the heat on in this house, and I feel like I'm sweating to death. Matter of fact, I'm going to open the window. Oh, let some air in here. Whew. Sounds like there's a lot of you guys over in Illinois, and we talked about this earlier, but I'm trying to remember what Illinois' laws are with conibears. There's something different about them, if I remember right. Nice, Michael. I like that. Oh shoot, man, it's gonna be a rough opener for me. That's for sure. This extra reserve athleticism, as my brother would call it, it's gonna weigh on me. It's gonna weigh on me. But and that's another benefit for pre-staking for me. I kind of it starts kind of whipping my butt in shape a little bit before I get out. Really gun ho on the first day and going hard. So it it is what it is. I'll whip myself into shape as long as I stay out of the cosmic brownies and the ho hos and everything else that I throw in my truck to keep energized. But that's right. 220s are legal, but the snares are when you guys have trouble with. I got a buddy on here. I've seen him comment already once. He's got a chance to go up to Wisconsin as a college kid in the spring and trap beaver. I'm pretty jealous of that. I can't lie. I am pretty jealous of that. That would be fun. That would be fun. Wow, Michael, your coniverse regulation is actually better than ours. I wish we could do 330s half submerged. Oh man, that'd be a game changer. That would be a game changer. Yeah, hopefully I catch a few snares in the road ditches here. There's the man himself. How we doing, Jay? Oh, oh, oh yeah. Jay walks in the house now. Everybody's talking to him. I see how it is. Yeah, I knew you had to work tonight, bud. Well, at least you're making a little more money now sitting at work, so that's good for you anyway. Logan Graves. Who says that? Oh yeah, yeah. You're probably right. It's funny how that works. Yeah, Luke. That's gonna be fun, buddy. You're gonna have a good time up there. If you end up making it up there, that's gonna be good. Gary, I think you have to do it off of his Facebook or his actual website for his page. Man, I'm ready. That would be tough. Which don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge snare guy. I don't snare a lot of stuff here in Iowa, but I never pass up the opportunity to snare. I pick up a few coyotes here and there, a few bobcats on my road line. It's just not something I've really gone after hard though. Yeah, that's what I thought, Jay. If you want any Trapper Jay's lures and stuff, you got to go to his actual website. Um, I think he has so many people between messages and texting and Facebook and whatnot. Just it's easier for him to keep it all straight if you go to his website. Then it all comes through one source. From my understanding, that makes sense. That's probably the best way. Vince, I still do the head. That's something I do want to get into this year is trying to keep the skulls on those animals. Uh, Pretty much all my cats are dispatched anyway, whether I catch them in a snare or if I catch them in a 220 and coon runs, which is generally what happens for me. Since I'm in pretty good bobcat country, I get my three bobcats pretty quick. I'll have them probably in the first 2 weeks on accident. But that's one of the markets I've tried to capitalize on is the skull market. So therefore, I try to save the skulls the best I can. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, but it's just any way you can find a way to make an extra buck or two. It's the best thing to do for sure. Oh yeah, hunt ready. Absolutely. Snares are well actually I got my buddy on here, Luke. We were talking about that last night. Uh he absolutely does not like snares. Um my opinion, he probably hasn't given him quite a fair shake, but that's his choice. If he it whatever you kind of gravitate towards, that's what you kind of hone your skills with. Um actually, I just saw Dale Billingsley's post on Facebook today. I can't remember how many it was now. Dale is like 900 or something coon he caught in November years ago before the DPs. Uh, DPs are so common anymore. It's like think about what it was like before them. Those land trails you had to conibear them or set blind one and a halves in them. A lot more time consuming or if there's a house close by, you had to one and a half them. It was different. It's what everyone, people still swear by the one and a half in trails, and that's great. It works for them. They're really good at making those sets. Uh, Unfortunately, I'm in the generation that the dog proof came out in, and I'd have the what I would call the easy sets to make, where you just stab it in and go. Um, I love my dog proofs, but I have a lot of respect for the people that are the. I think the blind set mink trappers are probably the trappers in my head that I call the elite trappers, just because they had to be so good at what they're doing. Um, there was no bait, there's no lure pulling them in. Just really, really, had to know exactly what was going on. And those guys are kind of my heroes, I guess, in a way. They're pretty impressive at what they did. Not many of them left though anymore. Jay Cat Skull. Um, I just sold. What was it? I think you can get $10 out of one, no problem, raw. Matter of fact, I just moved all my coon skulls that I kept from last year, which I ended up with about 200 and some coon skulls, and that was about $600. So I got about $3 a piece for them. No, I'm not going to tell anybody where that came from because I'm working with certain people, to keep my markets as good as I can. So there's other markets out there for sure. Coyotes, they're you can almost get more for a coon right now than a coyote skull, but uh, there there's still markets for it. Skunks, you can get $3 for a skunk pretty easily, I think. There's always people looking for skulls. Just get on Facebook. There's Facebook's opened the world up for people to make connections like this, and a lot of people on there, and you just got to do your homework, go out and find it. I bet your wife's really happy about that at home, bud. I get that hunt ready, me too. But honestly, I don't want $30 for a coon anymore. It brings out a lot of bad people. No, Michael's Outdoors. Here we just have. I do have to have a tag in it, yes, but I don't have to like draw for it or anything like that. In my county, we're allowed 3 bobcats a year. I really see them opening that up unlimited here in the next few years. There's so many cats down here. Yeah, Tracy, for sure. And if I set a snare, it's for a predator. It is not for a raccoon. I think I caught 3 coon last year in snares, and they were big, big coon that I keep my coyote snares 10 inches off the ground, and I caught a head catch and some big boar coon. So you can't always control it, obviously, but it is what it is. Oh, Dredger 9, that's awesome. I want skunks. Skunks are bread and butter for me. That's probably my best money investment right there. I tried to sit it out the other day and figured it out. I averaged almost it was like 1870 or something like that on skunks last year. Between I kept the skull, the fur, the essence pod, some fat off of them. I sold actually skunk fat for some lure makers. It's crazy. I mean, there's so many markets out there, guys. Just you got to do your homework. No, Jay. I literally just skin them like normal, cut that skull off, wrap it in saran wrap, and I got a whole freezer dedicated to just skulls. Um, yeah, just skulls. That's all it is. So as long as it's a Conibeard coon or something that was dispatched or euthanized before I got there, I keep the skull on it, and it worked out well for me. Anthony, I would actually disagree with that. My buyer did not want any beaver skulls because he cannot move them. A lot of guys can't move beaver skulls right now, which is crazy to me because they are probably one of the most sought after skulls in my eyes. That's something I would want to have is a big 55, 60 pound beaver skull. But seems like otter, cat are the big ones. Uh, Skunk following afterwards, then maybe coon, and then coyotes. Just depends. Honestly, Jay, keep them. I sold 10 of them. Uh, I want to say $1.50 a piece. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, I'd hold on to them. Wow, Adventure James, that's good money, bud. 350 a piece for sure. I wouldn't share where you got that from though, especially on here. It'd be gone. Oh, nice, Gary. Oh, Flintlock, me for sure. I see a skunk in a dog proof. One of my best video on the line for the most views. I had a double on skunks, and that was a good. I was happy. That's good money right there. And that I use that 177 air rifle, 1,200 feet per second, right through the heart lungs. Really good. It works well, and they don't spray. Um, I love skunks. I used to hate them about 3 4 years ago, but now they're my favorite for sure. Luke, what I would say about the skunks, I don't really think they hibernate, but they're like possum. Um, yeah, I don't think I'd call it hibernation, but it's damn close. They shut down. They find a place. It's almost like coon, but it's more severe. You can still catch coon, rutting and stuff, but at a certain point, you quit catching possum and skunk. Generally, that has snow. I think it's just because they're so short-legged in the snow, they can't get around real well, and I get that. So, all right, Michael's outdoors. I get it. I get it. You hate skunks. You'd laugh your ass off watching me do it. What's funny, Hunt Ready? So even on days like I could catch one coon during the day. It could be at 7:30 in the morning. Catch one skunk. Catch one skunk 7:30 in the morning. Doesn't spray. Never catch a skunk after that. My wife gets home at 5 with the kids. Give her a hug. And she goes, "You caught a skunk today." And I'm like, "How the hell do you know that? Like I don't never even smelled it the whole day. Maybe it's just my truck smells like. I know my truck does smell like it after a certain point, and she, I think, jokingly gets pissed about it, but I'm hoping it's jokingly anyway. No, Jay, go ahead and post it, man. Seriously, go right ahead. Doesn't bother me a bit. If I knew what it was and knew how to post it on here, I'd do it for you. But you know me, I struggle to even white out an address on a box. But I did it. But I did it. You seen it today. Possum's the only thing you see tracks in the snow. Honestly, Jay, if it's not January, yeah, you're once we get snow, those coon are done moving until rutting. Completely dumb. It's ridiculous, but they just you get snow and coon shut down completely until rut. And that's when you need to have sets out before they start rutting because you might only have one chance. I actually learned that a few years ago. Find those timber to timber locations when they're rutting hard. Set those culverts going through the dry creek beds or even the actual creeks themselves. Whatever you got to do. A lot of people really like 220 boxes at this time, but you got to get there ahead of time because it's like deer hunting during the rut. You're gonna see a buck that you've never seen before, good chance on your ground, but he might only be coming through once. So it's tough. It's tough trapping, but man, it's fun. Oh, that sounds terrible, Jay. Hey, thanks, Boxy. Jay Revolt. I've never actually done that. I have not, but I'm curious to see what other people say. JRS. Um, has anyone ever used beaver tail chunks from making beaver tail oil in a dirt hole for coyotes? I've never done it, but I don't see why it'd be bad by any means. Oh yeah, Jay, absolutely. You get a nice little warm spell, and they're gonna move hard. But for us up here, you can't have snow. You have snow, it's done for. Even if it warms up a little bit, if it's not rutting and you get a foot of snow on the ground, they're still done. I think it'd make great coon calling. It's something that I haven't done before, but I really look forward to doing it this year. Going out and calling coon. I think that'd be a good time. That's funny, John. Uh, I've looked into injecting again, and I really want to try it again because I didn't give it a fair shake when I tried it a few years ago. But I kind of just I don't have the time really to mess with it right now, to be honest with you. My pellets gun, it's pretty reliable and it works well. The ones heart lung shoot with that 177, 1200 feet per second, I'd say I'm probably, 9 out of 10 go down pretty quick on me. Um, and with success without spraying, I should say. Uh, and that's good odds, but I would like trying injecting, just to keep the pelt in shape and take care of that other 10%, hopefully. Oh, nice, Jay. Yeah, boxy. I've got everyone tells me they either kind of creep their head out of the hole and look around, kind of disoriented, or they come barreling out of that tree at 100 mile an hour. So I'm looking forward to doing it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, well, he'd be in big trouble, bud. He'd be in big trouble, and you'd see it right here live. I can fight a lot more aggressive scared than he can mad. I promise you that. Oh, nice, Luke. Nice. Yeah, you use beaver tail oil, in your high bank situations for coyotes. Good. Hey, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, Colin. Sometimes they just kind of peek out, but other times they come a hailing out of there. Oh, I can't think of what I'm using right now, Anthony. I just bought a new one this year. I buy a new one every year, pretty much, because I just use and abuse these things. Uh, I've used the Ruger. It's a good one. I've used the Beeman. It's a pretty good one. Can't think of what I got this year. It's like 83 or $93 at Walmart. I generally go through one every year just because I use and abuse and beat the hell out of it. Because it just goes on top of the pile of coon in back of my truck. Uh, I used to open the back door, put it in there, and I should take better care of them. They'd last longer, but they're not made for what I'm doing with them anyway. I'm putting several hundred rounds through them the first day, and I think they're built cheap enough that the piston starts losing pressure, and then I start noticing it takes me a couple shots to dispatch things. I know it's time to get a new one. So hunt ready, that would be fun. Hunting coon with a thermal. I got a buddy up here that's a huge, huge coyote thermal guy. Has all kinds of sponsorships and stuff. He says you would not believe if you would shine a timber at night the amount of raccoons running around or in cornfields. He said, you look at a cut cornfield at night where you can see 300, 400 yards, and he goes, it's just lit up with raccoon out there. So that's pretty cool. No, Colin, I use the 177. Um, the 177 has more kinetic energy, and I've just had better luck with it for sure. I used to use 22, but I switched it up with the 177. A lot better success. Hey, Tommy T, how we doing? Yeah, Jay. There's another one that's like 107 or 117 or so. I don't know. There's a couple of them. Now I've used both, and they both work well for me. Exactly. Yeah, Jeep fam, that'd be cool. Have night vision. That's something I've never been as a huge um, gun guru with stuff like that. I mean, I support guns 100%, and I have several, but to actually like get it nice, Excuse me. Well, I feel like I'm in puberty right now. I'm cracking so much, but uh, no, I'd love to get. I've never done it, but I'd love to get into like a nice high powered for coon. Um, you know, 204 or something to reach out there and hit coon with a thermal or something. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. I know a lot of guys like that 17 caliber for coon too, but I don't know. I've never gotten into it. I wish I would have, but I just haven't. Been too busy trapping, I guess. Hey, Nick Brooks. Took 2 weeks off this year, ready to put smack down on some critters here in central Iowa. I'm curious where you're at, buddy. You don't have to put it on here, but I'm curious. Flintlock 25. I had one many years ago go 31. I've had several. I shouldn't say several, like five that went 29. Uh, but I keep hearing all these people that catch 35, 36, 37 pound coon, and either I'm just in the bad area for that, or I just don't have them. Uh, it's just I don't know. I've never caught one bigger than that. I catch one that I think, oh, this is massive, this is huge, 26, 27. I mean, that's a big coon for 27. And Jay, you're probably right. It's about time. I'm starting to wonder about my kids now. Nice, adventurous James. That's cool. No, man, not that. Anthony, I think Gamos would work really well. They're quicker yet, I believe. I know my buddy bought one that's like 1,400 feet a second, I think. Really, really fast, really good gun. But I don't want to spend $270 on it either. But yeah, they're good. Trapper J, are you full of BS or is that true? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Oh, nice, hunt ready. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, Dredger 9. Unfortunately for us here, legally, I cannot shoot a firearm within 200 yards of a house. Um, and a pellet gun is not a firearm. Therefore, legally, I can shoot that within 50 yards of a house, anywhere. I mean, I could shoot it anywhere that's not their property. I could be 50 feet from them on the neighbor's property and shoot it and be fine legally. And that's kind of why I've gone to these pellet guns. Um, that's kind of why, because I'm so close to houses in a lot of places. Nice. Um, but yeah, it's made it so now I can set closer to houses. I can dispatch them legally and not have to worry about it. That's no sound at all. Even at 300 yards from a house, you shoot a firearm off at 6 o'clock in the morning before sunlight. It's gonna raise some eyebrows. You're gonna have some run-ins with the law for sure. Hey, take care, Luke. Good catching up with you yesterday. You take care, buddy, and we'll see you soon, man. Okay, Nick. So you're still in the yeah you're yeah. I kind of know where you're at. I know where you're at. Nice, Jay. Gamo 17 works great. Mine's a single shot break action. Works great on everything I've trapped. Nothing wrong with that, Gary. That's a lot of people are like, they'll ask me, can you dispatch a coyote or a bobcat with that even? Honestly, I do better with bobcat and coyote than I do coon sometimes. And I think it is because the surface area of the skull, you a bobcat skull, this big around, same as a coyote, but your coon skulls are more compact, more bone closer together to support it. And I do really good. I've never I've never had to dispatch a bobcat or a coyote and need a second shout or a second pellet, I should say. Never once have I needed that. So yeah, Dredger. I mean, it It doesn't bother me. I've just learned to work around it. As laws and stuff get applied, you just gotta find a way to to adapt to whatever you have. Wow, I did not know that, Flintlock. That's interesting. Um, my CO knows that I shoot a pellet gun. He's never once said a word to me. Um, and as far as I know, in Iowa, a firearm is something, I don't know the legal terms, but it has to use gunpowder and stuff like that. So I've never had an issue with it. Kansas Trapper, how we doing? Welcome to the party. JR Revolt, good luck, man. Be careful out there. I'm pretty jealous you getting out already. Uh, I'm getting antsy. I'm starting to bite down the fingernails a little bit. It's about here. So be careful, buddy. Have a good morning. Oh shoot. It's gonna be a early morning for me tomorrow, fellas. So we were not gonna stay up too crazy late tonight. Good question, Nick. Actually, I should talk about this in my videos. Um, I will set both sides if I can't fit everything I want to in one. Okay, so we got, technically it's 33 feet from the center of the road each way, or to the power poles, or to the fence lines. There's so many gray areas in it that I don't like. Um, but maybe I've got a culvert under the road that on the right side I've got the culvert here and a fence line here. Okay, exaggerate it a little bit. Say it's 2 or 3 feet, but this trail is hopping, and I can only fit one dog proof in there without getting tangled up in anything. But on the other side, I've got 6 or 8 feet of row trapping, the right of way. I'll put one over here and two over here just because that trail's hopping. I want to hit them now. I want to move. So I'll go ahead and set both sides. Um, I got several spots where I've got some massive land trails, uh, and I'll set 220s in them. And I'll set both sides too. If the trail looks good enough, I will absolutely set. Even if the trail gives me the opportunity, I'll set both sides pretty much every time. Uh, I do a lot of that. I'd have to go get my notebook out of my truck, but there's several times where I don't have to. It's a good trail, but it's flat. I've got 20 feet over here before the road right of way stops. I'll go ahead and set two of them over here, and I'm good. Two is basically a common number for me. Always set two. Very rarely do I set one unless I'm crunched with space. Maybe it's a steep drop off all the way down. I don't have room for one. Um, Two's my main number. Two's definitely my main number. Good question, man. I appreciate you reaching out. I need to talk about that in my next video. Chris, you're getting traps tied tomorrow. Nice, man. Nice. Oh, Tommy. So it opens tomorrow in Wisconsin. Um, I don't know what your coon look like now. Uh, One thing that I'm gonna probably do a video on our opening day. Everyone says you gotta wait till Thanksgiving to catch coon. That's when coon are prime. Everything's blue until then. And for us here in Iowa, even southern Iowa, that is not necessarily true. My 3X coon and up, which make up roughly 60% of what I catch every year, um, it is pretty good. Is it perfect? No, it is not. But it is good coon. Uh, I would say a 7 out of 10. Um, the fur is, or the leather's white when I flush it and board it. The only thing that makes it better was, until Thanksgiving, the hair side will look thicker, and you might go from a semi-heavy to a heavy on a few of them. But that leather's white on our opener here the first Saturday in November. Uh, your 2X and below, yeah, they're pretty blue, but up there in Wisconsin, I don't know how yours are, but I'm assuming it's earlier than us. I would think, yeah, if it opens tomorrow, you might still be blue, but I would think by, you know, October 28th, 29th, you'd probably be looking pretty decent. But don't quote me on that, man, because obviously I have no idea. I've never trapped up there, but it really bothers me when so many people say you gotta wait till Thanksgiving because that's when first prime. And yes, that's when it's at its absolute best, but it's not blue and worthless right on our opener the 1st of November. Most of it. Your 2XL and below is, but that's part of it. Vince, I'm pretty close. Like I said before, I'm way behind the eight ball this year. Um, Still got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of mapping to do, and I've only got a week left, so it's pretty tough. Driftless Wild, you're heading out at midnight, chomping at the bit, starting clock right now. I get it, man. Yeah, if you're able to do that, that's awesome. Here in Iowa, we got to wait till 8 o'clock on opening day. So I'm gonna be set up on the side of the road at like 7:40. Traps in hand. Well, traps already pre-staked, but I'm gonna have bait already kneeled down, ready to go because I'm gonna have a huge day opening day. Um, we're looking at. I'd love to have 350 traps set opening day. Make Trapper J, really, really earn his keep, his nightly hotel fee. So, wow. So, hopefully we can get some of these guys taken care of here. Help us out here, guys. Wow. Oh, thanks, guys. That got ugly quick. All right, let me scroll up here, see what I missed. Hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. That second time that's happened to me now. So glad I learned what moderators were. Actually, added a few moderators today. So, hey, Ashley B, how we doing? I'm jealous you guys up in Wisconsin getting to go out tomorrow morning. That's awesome. All righty. Now we're down below all that bullshit that just happened. Ah. Hey, don't worry, Walker. We got it taken care of. Well, we didn't. They did. All these people on here that helped me out. Um, that was. Now, please tell me, guys. Surely that won't come back on me, right? I don't know how all this stuff works, but surely it's not going to come back on me. Flintlock 25. What is a moderator? You for one. um, Basically, you have a moderator is someone that follows me that I trust on here to if they see spam like that, they can block it and delete them from making more posts. So, uh, yeah, yeah, Ben Charles, right? Man, whew, man, that made me sweating. I was like, well, there goes my channel. It's gone. Oh, man, that made me nervous. All right. Whew. Man, that. Oh man, this stuff got wild. That got wild, but no, it's gonna be fun. hopefully Jay's able to make it up here. Sounds like he's going to be up here for the opener. So yeah, if we get if I get 350 traps out, he's coming up Saturday night later. But run with me on opening day on Sunday. That's gonna be fun. We're gonna put him to work. So I'll have my whole line, which is probably gonna be close to 700. I'm guessing. Isn't gonna be set first day, obviously. But by day 3, I'll add 50 sets. On day 4, I'll add 50, or just however I'm feeling throughout the day, and until hopefully within about 6 days, we've got the whole thing out and set. As the first half kind of dies off, I'm getting fresh ground every day, a few more sets, and I think that'll help keep a consistent number. And yeah, I'd love to hit my goal by Thanksgiving or Black Friday. That'd be great. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun Sunday. No, Adventure with James. It's November 7th will be my first check. November 6th, our opening day. So we've got about 3 weeks yet, just over. Wester Outdoors, how we doing? What's the mile radius? 30-mile trapping area. Um, I'm expanding, like I said, I always do every year. So last year I was here. Now I'm out about here. Uh, Going out about 5 miles in every direction. I know I'm halfway through scouting, and I'm right at, I want to say 97 miles. I got it wrote down in the truck, but I've got about another 30 locations, and I'll be halfway done scouting, and I'm at about 97 miles. Um, and I think I used to have kind of a bigger half and a smaller half, but since I've expanded more on this part, it's about equal. So I'm guessing it's going to be 200, 220 miles round trip with everything once I get everything out. So it's going to cover some ground for sure. Oh, good, Jay. Absolutely, man. Adventure with James, we have to check every 24 hours. So I have to run these traps every day. Um, I wish they'd actually change the wordage of that and make it traps have to be checked daily. Um, for example, say you have a slow day running this line, you start at 7 o'clock and you catch 12 coon. By the end of that line, say it's 10:30. Next day you have a great day. By the time you check that trap, it's 10:40. Legally in Iowa, they could get you in trouble for that. That's something I've kind of pushed for before, but they don't want to open Pandora's box and give antis a chance to get in there and take away stuff, which I understand, but hopefully most of your CEOs are understanding with that. But yeah, because it's 24 hours, so technically you'd have to almost check earlier and earlier every day at a certain location to not exceed 24 hours, um, which is kind of ridiculous. Oh, Dredger 9 mil. No, um, I've got a uh, oh, right there on top of my head, a GPS. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go out to my truck. I'm gonna get my GPS unit. I'm gonna get my papers from scouting, and I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I've done so far. Just bear with me, and I'll be right back. All right, I'll tell you what. Pre-staking is gonna whip my ass. Woo wee! Wow. All right. Let me get all this stuff up and go and see what we talked about on here. All right, guys. So like Hunt Ready, we just talked. He said he uses Onyx, and that's great. Um, I know a lot of guys use it. For my line, I lose total phone reception for probably a third of it. Um, it sucks, but it is what it is. So I've used this system for a long time, and it's worked really well. Internet veteran, I did while I was out there, yes, but I also remembered my truck. I parked on the far side of our property because I got a bounce house in the back of it tomorrow for my daughter's birthday party. So, okay. Yeah, thanks, Jay. You'll bring 2 bags of Reese's. I'm going to need that. All right, guys. So I'll show you my notebook right here. So you so it's probably going to be backwards for you guys, but I'm on stop 214. And you can see how I've done this. Maybe. So for this would be the right side of the road for me. This is the left side of the road. Whatever stop it is. So over here, I've got 2 dog proofs, right side of the road. Down here, that's how it goes. Here at 214, I got 1 snare, I believe, and 2 dog proofs on the other side. Uh, that is a system that works really well for me. Um, I do that, and then on my handheld GPS, which I'm inside now, so it's probably not going to want to load, which hopefully it will. I'll put it by the window. Maybe it'll load. But that GPS just shows numbers, and it shows me how far in miles or feet or whatever I am to that location. Uh, that's the best way I found to do it, guys. That works really, really well. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, Jay. I promise you. Yeah, Boxy, and maybe there's an offline thing that I don't know about. When I looked into it a while ago, it wasn't for me. Uh, this for me, this is so fast and efficient. It's hard for me to even want to switch. But I get it. Onyx is a huge thing that a lot of people are really liking. So, uh, thanks, Internet Veteran. I appreciate it, by the way, bud. Let's see if I got any service on this sucker yet. All right, so I don't have great service on here at all, but I can go to waypoints. Like I can go to number 1 right now, and if you can see it, it says I'm like 0.63 miles away, which is right down the road from me. But literally, guys, I can go down the road, and I'm so used to using this thing. So when I'm scouting right now, if I'm set up on mark, so like right now it's set up to mark at 215. Is this okay? I can literally just drive down the road, hit okay. I know that. Next one, I can go boom, boom, boom. We're marked again. I'm so used to this. It's so quick driving down the road. There's a good trail. We're gonna mark it. I'm planning on putting 2 dog proofs or whatever. Write that down, and I'm going. Um, it's just easier for me. It's a great system that works well. Uh, and I'm not saying if people have other systems they like, stick with it. Don't change it. But it's so fast, so effective. Look at this thing. I mean, this thing's been through hell and back. I've now got 3 of them. I've put these in my laps in my truck, dropped them on the gravel road. This one probably 300 times, and she just keeps on kicking for me. So, really, really good little unit. Waterproof. I mean, the whole shabil. It works out well. Nice, Jay. Use landmarks. Flintlock. No, I don't cover my DPs. Um, I've actually brought this up before. I think might have been a Facebook chat, but so as we know with the dog proofs, I fill them full. They're heaping full. When it rains hard, those top cat food pieces swell up and almost seal in everything else. Um, when it's done raining, all I'd have to do is actually sweep off the top, mount it back up, and I'm good to go again. Uh, I really don't think, if you ever notice, it's only like the top half an inch that swells up because then it almost seals up the whole tube. So I don't cover anything up. But yeah, I know a lot of people use cups. I have tried it before, and I do it sometimes once in a while. I'll just find a leaf, a big, a bigger leaf, an oak leaf or something, and put over the top of it. That works fine too. Hey, thanks, Boxy. It's just something that's worked really well for me. So this, matter of fact, I'm putting this on my neck now because this is the first time it's been in the house. Um, Actually, no joke, Jay. I've gone to hiding this um, in my shop because I'm afraid someone would sneak onto my property and try to take it because they know how important it is to me. Um, we've talked about who that is, and I'm sure you know, and I don't trust them for anything anymore. Anthony, yeah, this is the best one I found. This is the original E-Trek, is what they call it. They got a new one, not a new one, it's still old, but another yellow one that's more square shaped. It worked well, but on this one, okay, so what I can do, I can go through and I can delete individual waypoints. And when I talk about deleting waypoints, before I even, okay, I'll talk about that first. I can go through and if I pull stop 62, I can just go through and find it and delete it. The other ones that's more boxy, the other E-Trek, the newer one, when you delete waypoints, you have to delete them all. But this way, when I'm going through, it's day 5, day 6, stuff that's not producing, hasn't done well, I can go through pull stop 25, pull stop 74, pull stop 165, and then just cross it off on my paperwork. And then I know not to go there. It's not on here, it's not on my paperwork, and I'm good to go. One thing I will say, if you ever use the system I have, um, between the paper and the GPS, if you have stuff on both sides of the road, do not pull one side of it ever unless you're pulling both of it and deleting it off of here. I've done that a few times where I've had spots on both sides of the road. I'll pull one, say nothing's happening in the snare, so I pull it. And then, 3 days later, when I go pull the whole route, this paperwork here still says I have a snare over here. I've still got it marked on here, but I can't find that snare when I go to pull traps. Where the hell's the snare? I've got enough traps in the ground that I don't remember pulling just one side of it. So if I pull a location, I pull everything in the location, not just one or two of the traps. If there's four, it's all or nothing. Otherwise, yeah, I'll get myself in a lot of trouble. Spend 20 minutes looking for a trap that's not there. Oh yeah, Walker, absolutely, that works great. Dredger 9, yeah, it doesn't even go. It's not even going back in the truck. I got a special place for this. Hey, Justin Steins, how we doing, buddy? Yeah, Jay, that's one thing I won't use. Styrofoam cups for sure because that coon's gonna shred it and it's gonna be all over the place. So Garmin Rimo, I haven't heard of that one, bud. Rhino 650. Okay. Oh, really, Dredger Night? Yeah, a lot of people cover them up. Uh, One to keep mice and birds out of them, stuff like that, and two for rain. A lot of people have issues with rain, swelling up their bait and stuff, and it does happen. It happens to me too. Probably one of the cons of cat food, but like I said, if you mound that up, it kind of swells on top and seals it up almost. It works pretty well. So, hey, Hunt Ready. Good luck tomorrow, bud. You take care. Thanks for stopping in tonight, man. What do I think about a year-round coon season? I don't like it. Just because I don't like to kill an animal without harvesting something off of it. And if you kill a raccoon in July or August, the fur's junk, the meat wouldn't be good. Um, I just personally, I wouldn't be for it. That being said, our populations are high enough, I believe, that the DNR is going to have to start stepping in and do something with. It's bad. I mean, we've got our populations are every day. I drive about 30 miles, 35 miles to work every day, and there's 3 to 5 new coon every single morning on this road. They're killed. Um, and if you see 3 that are dead on the road, I would say there's 30 of them that made it off the road. It's they're a pretty hardy animal. I've skinned several coon with that had broken legs that have healed differently. Um, yeah, they're a pretty hardy animal. They're hardy enough to do this. Let's just say that this is a healed penis bone from a raccoon that shattered it at one point. It overlapped and re-healed itself. So my buddy BJ, he put that together for me, or just cleaned it for me. But that's pretty wicked. They're a tough animal. They are a tough animal. But yeah, I'm not for it, but I would understand why they'd have to do something soon. Hey, good luck to you too, Logan. Yeah, there's a lot of big bow hunters are starting to get pretty wound up right now. Rut's not too far out. Yeah, Anthony, a lot of people use golf balls. I don't. I think I'd lose a lot of golf balls, or I'd have a lot of issues with tangled up. If I tried to wire them to the chain or something, it'd be a mess for me. But I do understand their benefit for some people. Absolutely. All right. Yeah, Bird Brain 34. You're 100% right. Um, Trappers, we barely take the cream of the crop. Uh, Even in our best years, say 2013, and in my generation of trapping, I guess you could say, uh, our best year, I would say Iowa probably trappers harvested. I don't even know. If I was to guess, I would say 5% of the population. That's just a complete guess, but I mean, it's baffling how large the raccoon population is. Yep, yep. Absolutely, Jeep farm or Jeep fam. Yeah, um, the hogs are getting bad down there, and I think it is very similar. That's a good point. It's just like our raccoons up here. The population is so high. Luckily for us, even though the raccoons tear a lot of shit up, the hogs down there are devastating. I mean, they destroy a lot of stuff. Oh, cool, Logan. So you really manage your area then pretty good. That's cool. I work with a good buddy of mine at work. Um, he actually hunts for jury outdoors, so that's pretty cool. He every day I talk about trapping to him. He talks about killing 200 class deer, and it's fun. We have a good time. Yeah, Jeff, our early muzzleloader starts tomorrow. My boy's got a youth tag, so we're gonna try and I might try and get him out tomorrow night if everything works out. But like I said, I got my soon to be 5-year old's birthday party tomorrow, and we got a bounce house and like 12 5-year olds coming over tomorrow. So that I asked the wife if I could start having a couple drinks early, and she said no. which might just happen anyway. But oh well, it'll be fun. My daughter will have fun anyway. Oh, your muzzleloader starts tomorrow too, Logan. Cool. Yeah, it's the seasons are here, man. I mean, if you're an outdoorsman, this is it. This is about crunch time. Whether you're a bow hunter or just deer hunter in general, a trapper. Pheasant season's going to be opening up here in what, a week and a half, 2 weeks. Um, you know, everything's coming. Everything's going to be soon. So yeah, Jeep fan for sure. He knows his stuff. He's one of. I'm trying to remember what he told me. He's one of. He's younger than me. He's like 28 years old, and he's killed 3 deer over 200 inches already with a bow. And he's one of like 3 people in the world to kill 3 200-inch deer with a bow at his age or under 40 or something. I'm not sure, but great guy, and he kills some deer. I mean, but he manages all summer, always doing food plots and cameras, and it is pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I don't know, Jay. I was hoping to have frost up here today, but looks like it's just gonna be the northern half of Iowa. So yeah, Chris. Yeah, duck season. I missed our opener on duck season here last weekend. I'd love to have gone, but I just didn't get the chance to. So hey, bird brain. Thanks. I appreciate it. We'll do one. Not gonna go crazy tonight because I got a big morning tomorrow. So ah, I'm pumped up, guys. This season's here. This season is here. Uh, it's one of those things, season. Oh, I've got 4 months. I got 3 months. I got 2 months. Pretty soon, you say season's here next week. What the heck? It's like wow, it sneaks right up on you. Um, it's crazy. It's just crazy. So it's a lot of work to do. Not much time to do it too. So I get the shop cleaned up a little bit. Uh, internet veteran, another. Give me a few minutes, man. I appreciate it, but give me a few minutes. It's been a long day. My wife took the day off so we could do our super clean of the house for all these kids coming over tomorrow, and it's been a long day. Dad started a little early. Oh, absolutely, Jeep fam for sure. And that's something that this buddy of mine's done. I work with him blue collar job, and he's got a 300-acre farm that he smarted with a small acreage. Managed it, made it look good, sold it, upgraded, and now he's sitting really pretty with a really nice farm uh, at a young age, really, for having something like that. So that's awesome, Logan. That's awesome. Yeah, you got another month, Jay, but you'll be up here in Iowa trapping that first month, I'm sure. What do you guys use for date tags on your traps? Some places down here in Texas require you to change the date every 48 hours. I have your regular trap tags, but wonder what is good to use that. Wow, I've never heard of that, Tyler. Um, we up here in Iowa anyway. We don't. Matter of fact, I think pretty much everything in the northern Midwest, we don't date anything. Um, literally, I put my name and address on my trap tag, and that's all I need. And that trap is legal, assuming you're within certain distances from houses for different types of traps. But for my identification, that is it. That's all I need on that trap. And it's good every year until I move or something like that. But that's interesting, man. I've never heard of that. Wow, congratulations, Dredger 9 mil. 25-year anniversary. That's awesome. Congratulations, man. She will kill me by 10. I promise you. You guys all need to go to her first when I come up missing someday. Oh, thanks, Bird Brain. No, I love talking trapping, man. That's what I do. It's a good time. Hey, Boxy, you take care. Have a good night. Uh, good luck this year, bud. It's here. It's here, man. So take care, man. You have so much public land here. People come here to hunt and just don't seem to care about quality deer that shoot anything. And honestly, Jeep fam, over by me, there's a decent amount of public ground, and that's the same way. The the 150 pluses are few and far between, um, but at the same time, and I'm not going against you on that by any means, because there's certain people that manage things like you guys do, and that's awesome. But for me, we meat hunt. For our deer hunting group, our rule is if it doesn't fit in a 5 gallon bucket, you can shoot it. So anything decent, respectable, but we're meat hunters. We shoot every doe and we shoot every, nothing monstrous, but every, probably 2.5 year old deer that comes by. Yeah, they don't live to maturity, but there's going to be 3 groups hunting this area tomorrow that are going to come through right behind us on public ground. So it's not necessarily a jump on the boat with them, but we're meat hunters, and chances of that deer making it are slim to none anyway. We try to let the spikes, and the little fork and basket 6 points go, but it's a meat hunt. That's what we do. We fill the freezers. So, but I understand completely where you guys come from. Tracy, I wish we could just put our DNR number on it here in Iowa. That's something I've really wanted to happen, but again, we don't want to open Pandora's box and let the antis go in there and change a bunch of shit. Yeah, Trapper. Yep, absolutely. It sucks. You have to date all your traps. Some of the days good until I pull it, but others have sticker rules. Man, that's weird down there, bud. I've never heard of that. Is that the whole state, or is that just a certain area that you're in? I've never heard of having to date traps for when you've checked them or something. That's crazy. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Dredger Nine. I appreciate it, man. You take care of yourself, and we'll catch you next time. I'm doing this. I'll be doing this next Friday, right before pre-staking. Matter of fact, I'm thinking Saturday morning of pre-staking. I'm going to be out to my first location, 7 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to do a 50-minute live right there on the line. I'm sitting there amped up, ready, just pumped up, waiting for 8 o'clock, ready to go. We're going to hit the line. Let's talk some trapping to really get me pumped up. That's going to be a huge day for me to beat competition out there, to get traps in the ground. Um, yeah, it'd be fun. Do a little live on the line. I think it'd be a good time. But take care, man. I appreciate you stopping in. Yeah, Michael's Outdoors, absolutely. When I used to have time to bow hunt, I'd try to kill a couple does or whatever I could to get some meat before trapping started. Because once I start trapping, it's trapping and family, and that's it. Until I go back to work, those are the two things that I do. So, Jeep fam, every good sized doe we take, but for sure we are meat hunters as well. But we're lucky to get a deer over 100 inches. Oh yeah, and that's the thing, Jeep fam. We'll kill. Well, I don't know if my past lives you've seen my big one. We killed. Um, it was 171 and 3/4. That was a really big deer for us over the last few years. We kill several 150. We'll kill two or three 150 to 160s every year. Once every 3 to 4 years, we'll kill a 170 or 180. Um, I think a 182 is our biggest in our deer hunting group, but to kill a 140 is very, very common for us. I think last year is a rough one. I think we only had three over 140, but um, I live in a great deer territory, and we try to let the little ones go, but at the same time, if you have that guy it's a second year deer hunting, he's never killed a deer, and that spike walks by, he has absolutely all the authority in the world to shoot it. It's whatever is happy for you, especially since we're hunting public ground. It's not managed really. Uh, whatever you're happy with shooting, that's kind of what we do. Wow, that's crazy, Tyler. I've never heard of such a thing. That's frustrating. That would be very tough, especially if you're doing, coyote traps and you have to dig that coyote trap up every 2 days. That's ridiculous. You had a little personal rule to keep killing a bigger buck every year. Killed a 150 plus last year as a 12. So it's going to take me a little bit to kill a bigger deer, but oh, absolutely, Logan. Yeah, 150 is a good deer. 150 is a respectable deer to anybody's standards. Um, even my buddy that I just talked about, he's killed three 200-inch deer. Um, if I was take, if he was take my boy out hunting tomorrow, who's never killed a buck, and my boy wanted to kill a basket 6 point just to kill his first buck, he would be all for it just because he's never killed a buck, and he manages this property so well, but at the same time, he's all for seeing that excitement and energy in somebody else killing their first or their biggest something, and that's pretty cool. I hope a lot of people are like that, but a 150 12, that's a good deer. That's a good deer. Um, we there's around me, 150s. There's a few of them around, uh, and you can't you know dock your head at that. That's a good deer, man. Yeah, like Jay just said, yeah, 140s they're around. Am I gonna have any canine sets out this year trying to catch that elusive gray fox? Funny you bring that up, Flintlock. The same guy I'm talking about killing these deer is the one who had the gray fox on trail camera. He hasn't had it all last year, this year, I should say. Um, but if he finds footage of it and can get it close, yeah, I'm gonna go after it again. I think it was last year where he literally showed me at work footage where he was early muzzleloader hunting and that gray fox ran to his blind. He had footage of it from 8 feet away. Because I was thinking, like, man, are you sure it's a gray fox? You're a deer hunter, you're not a trapper. Maybe it was a red with mange or something. No, plain as day, this sucker was a gray fox. So if he comes back, he's giving me permission to go onto his property to get it as long as it's after January 10th. So that's frustrating, but at the same time, I fully get it. It's deer hunting for him. That's his life. He makes a lot of money doing that too. So I get it. Logan, for me, like two, because I don't have landowners, but I think landowners getting a third landowner's tag, if I remember right. Yeah, that's tough, Tyler. Outdoors with Big Matt. How we doing? Yeah, I hear you, Michael. Outdoors. You've never caught a coyote in the row. It's on my bucket list. Do you snare them mostly on snare set up on coon trails? Um, I do snare them on the row, but not in coon trails. Trapper JDB. If you look at my scouting video from just last week, I have a really really good coyote location on there. Um, Last year I had three coyotes within about a 50-yard span, and the year before that I had one coyote and a cat in the same trail the year before. Just different locations, different setups. Uh, but if that's something you're interested, I do want to film a few more of my good coyote locations. Um, so yeah, I do. All right, internet vet. Yep, it's time. I apologize. I put you off long enough. I appreciate you always motivating me. Well, that's good. I'm not that tore up that it still burns a little bit. But yeah, no, Trapper DB, absolutely. Um, Real trapping's fun, especially for coyotes. I don't catch a lot of them, but when I do, it's a change up and it's fun. Oh, Jeep fan, that's terrible. I feel bad for you guys, especially with it being his first deer. Man, that's terrible. I feel so bad for him. Because I didn't go through that. I got my first deer. It was right there, but I can imagine as much. If you truly love deer hunting, even at a young age, that first deer is something special. So I feel for you guys. That's got to be tough. That's got to be very tough. Tyler, lots of gray fox down in Texas. Oh, that would be fun. I've seen a lot of people hunt them out of trucks. Is it true that they can drive the trucks up, park it in the road, and just call fox right to the truck? I see all these videos on TV about it. That's just ridiculous. You took your cousin out and put him on a 10-point buck a couple days ago for his first buck. It was nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Uh, Man, I really want to bow hunt now. uh, oh, Logan, I went out, our shotgun group, I just bought 5 doe tags. I'm allowed to buy as many doe tags until our county runs out. So I could go out there and buy 30 doe tags probably tomorrow if I wanted to. Um, it's quite a bit. But you're allowed $2. So internet veteran, you bring out the best in me. What can I say? Yeah, it seems like a lot of people call those fox in down there. Um, that'd be a good time. That would be a good time. Something I've never done before either. So if I can just get my wife to let me use my GoPro next week. I don't think she heard me yet. If I can let my wife let me use my GoPro next week. Y'all can't see that look from the camera, but
what was that?
If my wife will let me use my GoPro next week.
It's your Christmas present.
See? I told now it's online, so it's proof.
Proof of what?
Because I said I want to use it next week on prestaking. She still says no. No. Okay.
All right. Go to bed.
Really?
Kid needs to go to bed.
Kids.
I'm sleep deprived. I know.
Teenagers.
I love you, man.
Teenagers and wives. You love them, but what do you do?
Ouch. That's hurtful.
Love you.
Mm-hmm. How much have you had to drink?
Not much.
Want me to come bug you for a while? You want me to come bug you?
If you're feeling it, awesome. If not, don't.
I can. I'll go
Yeah. Cool. Bring the wife in here for a while. Trapper J, you have no antlerless in your county? Yeah, it's crazy how they have that.
This should not be by the front door.
I'll move it by tomorrow.
Yeah. Make a good impression.
She's bringing a muzzleloader in here. She's getting serious.
I'll leave the door open.
I got the window open, so it's kind of cool in here.
Yeah, that's all right.
You want me to shut it?
No, it's fine.
Let's get over here. Get over here and act like you actually love me.
I do.
She's cold blooded, so she likes the hoodies and stuff in here. I'm gonna cut off. So we're talking about deer hunting mostly on here so far. See, it's Anthony. You're supposed to be on my side. It's not a Christmas present. I need it now.
It's a Christmas present.
Early, right? How about my birthday?
That's in February.
Could use it now. Yeah, Jeff, she does know where I sleep, so I would be in trouble. I can't complain though. Yeah, see, I have the tendency to make her very angry towards me because I push those
Because you're
buttons.
a smartass.
Yeah, and because I am a smartass, absolutely, absolutely.
One or two in that one.
Yeah, she don't need any of that. But so what's everybody up to tonight? Still got 48 people in here. I appreciate that. So
yeah, they've put up with you for a long time.
Yeah, they have put up with me for a while.
Oh.
43 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
43-pound raccoon. Jay's not lying. Jay's not lying. So.
I want to keep a possum, the one that you found.
Oh yeah. So anyone see my Facebook post last night? Came home from my bowling league and there's a freaking possum in the middle of my garage. Of course, me being me, I have to run him down. See if I can't find. Actually, my wife, of all animals, my wife thinks a possum is cute, and I don't understand it. That is probably the only animal that my wife will hold is a possum.
That's not true. I like every animal.
A fur-bearing animal that's alive.
Well, raccoons are mean.
Yeah, so are coyotes.
Yeah.
So you want to hold a skunk?
If it didn't spray, I would snuggle it.
You can snuggle it. Oh God.
That was last year's pick.
Yeah. 43 pounds. That I'm curious. Is that like that's like a throw pillow. That thing's huge.
A friend of mine had raccoons for a while, and they fed him marshmallows, and they'd shake the bag, and they'd come running. They love marshmallows. Sonia.
Yeah, I figured it'd be Sonia.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When she'd take a bath, if they heard the water running, they'd run and want to wash their hands in it. They'd be real excited.
Yeah, if I ever had a pet raccoon, I'll tell you what, I could probably learn a lot from that. I could probably learn a lot.
That's bad.
He could come hang out in the skinning shed with me.
Oh yeah, while his friends are getting skinned.
He wouldn't recognize them because he thinks he's a dog.
Oh. Possums are not disgusting. They aren't disgusting. They have cute little pink fingers. I love their fingers. And their little, like, scabby face when they're drooling and pretending they're dead. I love that.
Like when you're angry with me.
I don't drool.
No, but you scowl. Oh, shoot.
He's 5. How long do they live normally? Not in the wild, they don't live that long, right? Like 3?
The wild, they'll live 7, 8.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. I think domesticated coons, like they'll live probably 13, 14 until they have a heart attack from obesity, probably. Yeah, Ellen J. There's a lot of people that have them as pets.
I got a little one.
Uh-oh.
I'm coming.
Uh-oh. Daughter woke up. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have them as pets around here. I think there's a special permit for it, but yeah, it's interesting. It'd be fun to have. Yeah, Jeff, I do. And I'm not going to tell her that because she still wants to hold them. So. Oh, shoot. So I do want to talk to you guys a little bit of, if you guys saw my, So You Want to Be a Trapper series coming out, aimed specifically at beginning trappers. that have zero idea what they're doing. Literally have no idea how to trap, what a trap even is, how to use it. Um, I've teamed up with Alan at Funky's. He's actually set up a kit just for people like that, where they can buy. There are a couple kits actually. One of them's just 6 dog proofs, 6 rebar stakes, some bait, everything you need to catch a raccoon, everything you possibly need. Um, Alan's done such a huge things for the trapping community. Uh, at the NTA at the kids cave, he gave away so many traps to kids, well over 200 of them. So he definitely has my full support, and he's doing all this to help trappers and just beginners out there make these kits. And if you know of anybody, looking to really get into trapping that have never done it before, I highly encourage them. Check out Funky Trap Tags, get some of these kits, or just call him up. He loves talk trapping too, to about anybody. So just a great person, a great family. Adventure with James. You must be what, up in Minnesota then? I'm guessing, maybe Wisconsin. I know the possums kind of stop there about southern Minnesota in that area. What'd you say to make the wife not like you now? Oh.
Oh, that's gross.
It's the truth though.
I'm gonna pretend it's not.
Yeah, Jay. Yeah, Funky's carries Trapper Jay's baits and lures too. Um, about anything you want, you can find the Funky's for sure. Oh, Randy, Funky's hands down. To go a little bit more in depth on that, I met him and his wife at a convention like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. It was when we were dating, so it'd been 7 years ago. I know because we've been married 6 years. So, um, I met him and his wife at convention. Talked to him a little bit. Came back the next year, and Alan and his wife remembered my name, who I was getting ready to marry, and our son's name. Like, that is just the type of people they are. Like, just amazing people. They really care about the community. Just it is so fun. And Alan himself's a hell of a trapper. I mean, I went up there to his place here last week. I had buy a few last minute things. We spent 3 hours just talking trapping. Just sitting there shooting the bull, talking trapping, talking strategies, talking different methods, um, about anything you can think of. It's just awesome people to be in the art community. Farmers Branch Outdoors, you need to marry this one. You're gonna have a lot.
You want him to marry me?
if she ran traps with me, we would come home with 40 possums every day. And
Alive,
and she'd put them in a pen, and she would feed them, and she'd make them friends, and it just would not be good. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he doesn't let me go with him anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
I make him let everything go.
She's not allowed to trap with me anymore because I think that one day we caught like 30 coon, and I came home with 2. So it just, yeah.
They were little.
Yeah, they were little. Flintlock, you got black possum in Nebraska once. I heard they were common in that area. Only one I've ever caught, though. Really?
That would be cool.
I catch them all the time.
All black? Like even their faces?
Well, they'll have kind of a flintlock, I guess, clarify a little bit, because the ones I catch are pretty well black furred all the way on the back with kind of a lighter face, maybe even lighter legs. But for the most part, they're black. And I'll bet I catch 40 or 50 a year.
Because the one we had today was kind of dark.
No, that was gray. That was straight gray.
Oh, he was so sweet.
I saw that sucker in my garage when I pulled in last night because I left the garage door open. And I saw him scurrying in my garage, and I thought, you picked the wrong garage to crawl into, buddy. So I had to show the wife this morning against my better judgment. Yeah, Anthony Allen is a hell of a good guy. Like, Funky's better, looking through the traps. Snare shot feels so caged. All the good stuff is hidden. Yeah. Honestly, I've never been to the snare shop itself, but um, I know Alan's is awesome. Yeah, just a great person. I mean, even if you showed up and didn't buy anything, he'd still sit there and talk to you for 2 hours just about trapping or life or whatever. Just good people. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Favorite coyote foothold? Well, Randy, I'm not a huge coyote guy. Um, I really like the Bridger 2 offset, but I did buy some Duke 550s 2 years ago that I've yet to use. I'm really looking to see what they do. But Beaver TS 85s all the way. I've had some Bridger 5s I liked, but I went to the 85s and I'll never look back. Yeah, they have nasty green poop.
So do kids, but we still love them. So.
That's so true. I never put it in that perspective. Yeah, I guess kids do it too, so that's all right.
All black porcupine.
Oh wow,
But they're not. Their fur isn't good, is it?
they really don't have fur,
Yeah,
just
because they're
quills.
pulpy.
Yeah.
But they'd be cute too. I would love one of those too.
She married someone who kills so many animals every year. Can you imagine that? Like how we mesh. I don't understand this sometimes. Mm. Internet veteran, let's go, Brandon. Absolutely, you know what that's about, don't you?
Something with NASCAR, isn't it?
Yeah. On NASCAR, I can't think of his name now. This Brandon guy won, and the whole crowd is basically saying "F you, Biden," and the lady doing the interview goes, "Yeah, let's go, Brandon." It changes it to make it look better.
Poor guy.
It was a huge deal.
Oh, I have seen that on social media,
Yeah.
but I guess I didn't realize what it
Yeah.
meant.
But she just changed it to, oh, the whole crowd saying, let's go, Brandon. It's like, that's not what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, we have a lot of white possums around here, or grayish, real gray.
You've got a few all white ones.
Yeah, I've got a couple albino ones.
Those are cool too.
Oh, man, they're neat looking. They are neat looking.
Remember that one that kept catching himself? The all white one?
Yeah, yeah. No, Logan. Yeah, if you've noticed, trap prices, all steel's gone up in America. Everything's gone through the roof. The bundle at Funky's, he's got one that's 3 foot holds, 3 DPs, and bait and rebar. The other one's all just 6 DPs. It's for beginners that I use all pogo anchors, earth anchors, but for a beginner that doesn't know if they want to trap, they want to experiment with it and learn what it's about, that is the kit for them, I feel. I went up there and I asked him about it. I said, hey, do you want to put a kit together for beginner trappers? What's your thoughts on it? He goes, absolutely, let's do this. I was actually driving home and he texted me and he goes, how's this look? He already had it set up like 20 minutes later because he's that kind of guy. He's just so, let's do this. Absolutely. Anything you can do. Let's help everybody out as best we can. And just great, great people. Hey, Tracy, you have a good night. Till it slapped you with the tail. Still talking about a possum?
No. Was that the porcupine?
Oh, I didn't know they slapped you with a tail. That sounds terrible.
It doesn't sound very.
Are you
friendly.
cold? I can shut that window.
It's okay. I'm fine. I'll get a blanket here. Are you cool?
I'll just shut the window.
It's okay.
Hold on, I'll shut the window.
Thank you.
So I told everybody I'm gonna try not to get on the bounce house tomorrow and go live.
Wait till all Grace's friends are gone.
If we go live on a bounce house tomorrow, we're gonna wait till all the little ones are gone at least.
We're trying to make a good impression on her. We invited her preschool class and friends from daycare, and
look at this.
We
not
a
good impression.
We want to be a good impression.
Nope.
We're keeping our turkeys put away.
Really?
Yes, and we're keeping the dog kennel. We're gonna be nice people.
Wow.
No weird rednecks.
Hey, thanks, Jay, for catching that, bud. Randy, you like the 85s. ADC prefers the 750s, but you've never had an issue with 85s. 750s scare the hell out of me. And that's the thing. Everybody has their things. You know, if you haven't, if you're on Facebook, I created a page called "So You Want to Be a Trapper." I actually discussed something about this the other day. I had a guy that says he loves catching. Uh, he has really good luck with beaver in the 550, and for most people, that's a little underkill, but he loves it. So we started talking about that a little bit, pros and cons, and then I got on there and just asked on that page too. You know, what's everybody else thinking? There's so many top trappers on there and new people that are learning and soaking it in, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool to see, you know, the guys that have been doing this for 30, 40 years, you know, 7 or 8 of them give advice for a newbie question. And that's so cool. I love seeing that stuff come together. But I love the 85s. um, but yeah, you know, everyone has their own preferences for sure. Dixie's stealing the show back there.
Yeah. She's a real great dog.
Yeah, the German short hair that points watermelon.
Yeah. And is gun shy.
Yeah, so my hunting dog turned into a lap dog
Hmm. When we had a bad storm. When was that?
2 nights ago.
And one of our dogs ended up over my head, and Dixie was on top of me, just shaking the whole time. She was terrifying.
She's a puss, giant puss.
But I love her.
I know.
Oh, good, Anthony. I want to see a picture of your possum. Oh, oh my God.
What the hell?
He had a possum. You can look it on Facebook. Trapper J, don't give him ideas. He is not doing that.
There's a lot of plugs. I found out there's like 10 of them, so it's gonna take a little bit.
We'll have to mess with it.
Oh, Logan, you got 2 DPs. You use rebar fakes. Absolutely, man. Go with it. Whatever works, man. Don't change anything. You ordered a dozen 650s for beaver this year. Awesome, man. Beaver trapping's fun. I got into it this spring really hard, and it's a really, really good time. Anthony. Okay, so he posted on my. Yep, there it is.
Oh, he's cute.
Yeah, that's about typical color of our possums, Anthony. Um, that's pretty common for us.
He looks big though. Is he big?
Yeah, that's a good size possum. Good size possum for sure. So
his eyes are lighter than ours, or maybe it's because he was 220.
Yeah, he's conibeared, so they kind of go glazy after a little while. Makes her sad.
I remember the first time you caught, when I was with you, and you caught an otter in whatever that was.
That's conibear.
And you picked it up, and the air still kind of came out of him, and I thought he was still alive. It scared me.
When I took the conibear off.
Yeah. Ooh, that was scary.
Yeah, you're probably right, Jay.
Oh my, that would be bad. I have a tarp to cover up some of the cords and stuff. Hopefully that helps. But
Duke number 4s for beaver. I've never played with the number 4s. What do you think of them? Actually, let me know. I'm kind of curious on that. Randy, no, I use all rebar. I've heard of the fiberglass, and I know a lot of people like the fiberglass, but I can't afford the fiberglass. I got a good buddy here. A couple of them actually, they'll make me rebar stakes, grounders for pretty reasonable. So pretty hard to beat. How you got started trapping? No joke. We're looking for a calf, and I found a DP laying in the woods. Well, somebody forgot something.
that's cool.
Hey, LNJ, thanks, man. I appreciate it. You know, I started the series on YouTube, and that's going to be something that's hard to do, is slow down and film the beginning basics of actually trapping while still going, you know, all out for my goal. So it's going to be rough, but we're going to make it happen. Yeah, Adventure with James. Our stop's April 15th is when we got. So
Same as tax season, in case anyone's
yeah,
wondering.
that's tax season. She works at an accounting firm, so she would know.
Maya, come here.
220 Belial. Yeah, those are pretty deadly traps. Pretty deadly traps. Yeah, ANC, absolutely. I guess I don't remember talking to you about that. I didn't know you ran the fiberglass rods. Maybe we talked about it. My memory's crap. My wife will tell you that, but um, no, I'm glad you like it, man. I've been thinking about making the switch, but I mean the price differential is like 3 to 1 for fiberglass, so it's tough.
Fiberglass instead of re-rod, then?
Fiberglass is a lot lighter.
Hmm.
It's like the whole thing's 2 pounds versus rebar's like 7, 8. No.
Be something I wouldn't run over with the lawnmower, then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't kick me when you say that.
Oh, you bought my book. Oh, that was so sweet.
Thanks, Internet Veteran. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts if whoever
Yeah,
reads
absolutely.
it.
Share your feedback with us. She'd love to know. So we're still in the process of number 2. We're working on that, but school's busy with her. You know, she has school about every night from as soon as she gets home to probably 9.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah, so between work and school and kids and
More work
and life birthday parties and bounce houses.
Those are the fun things, though.
Well, the bounce house is gonna be. That's how I'm gonna get in shape for trapping season, everybody. I'm gonna jump in that bounce house.
We have a trampoline. You could jump in the trampoline.
It's different. A bounce house or something special, and I'm gonna jump in that for 2 days straight. I'm gonna come out 50 pounds less of athleticism, and we're ready to go. Jeep Fam Overland, you want go ahead, share your book. Come on, no, share your book. We support each other, so share your book.
It's called The Traveler. Is the book I wrote. Do you still have a copy of it over here somewhere? Maybe not. Under your bottle of Firebomb.
I don't think so. Oh yeah, right behind the other screen.
But it's a middle grade fiction book, so it's usually kids like 8 to 13 or somewhere around there. So, yeah.
You want to support us, buy this book. We appreciate it.
Oh, that's sweet. Just was a fun. Always loved writing, and so I had an English teacher that kind of reached out and encouraged me to keep going and connected me with a published author, and so then I got it published. So
yeah, that because she did that back in high school. She wanted you to write it, didn't she?
Yeah, I started on it the first few chapters, and then I added onto it. Our son wasn't much of a reader, and so we started adding people into it that are family members to make him want to keep going and reading it. So, yeah.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah. The main character has kind of a love interest, Nick, and that's after Justin. He does trap in it a little bit. So
my new name's Nick.
You're the one that picked it.
I did. Okay, where are we at here?
Trapper J.
Oh wow, that drops off quick. Adventure with James. So you're using cinder blocks then for an anchor? What are you using? I'm kind of curious.
Ellen J went back and watched your skinning video. Is that the one I recorded? Did I do?
Oh, yep. Yeah. My wife's the one that filmed that whole skinning and fur handling video. So
yeah,
I got her out in the garage, believe it or not.
Yeah, I got my boots dirty. I ended up retiring my Ugg boots because of that.
Oh, so. Please.
Mm-hmm.
No, we put a lot of work into that skinning and fur handling video. It's actually my top video by far.
It was you. I just held the camera. And
I got, I think, 52,000 views on that one right now. But I want to show everything that a lot of people skip past. It's over an hour long, I think, or close to an hour long. But I want to go in depth on everything that people are gonna have issues with, or you know, things that people skip over that think, oh, they're gonna know this, they're gonna know this. So I had to slow down, and I would show every step for step of if you've never even touched a knife on an animal before, now you know what to do. So I feel like it was a good success. I mean, obviously it's not monetized because you can't do anything like that on YouTube anymore, but I'm glad to see people getting help out of it and getting some use, and it's fun. I wish I'd made the intro a little bit cleaner since it's gonna be my top video, but eh, I'm new to this filming stuff, guys. I don't know, but
It's been a fun adventure though.
it has. It really has.
Mhm.
Met a lot of good people. Um, some a few crazies, but not too many. But
And if you listened to me and trusted my intuition, you wouldn't have caught some of those crazies, right?
you're right. You're right.
I'm
Yeah.
not reading it until she gives you the GoPro. I guess
Oh,
you're
ooh,
waiting
who
until
said that?
Christmas,
Who said that?
internet veteran.
Oh, you are the man. Thank
No,
you.
you're just waiting then. You can wait till Christmas too.
Aw. Oh, that is good. That is good. Oh, shoot.
No. Nope.
Woo, boy.
No deal. Sorry. Hello, Nick. I'm Frank.
Oh, shoot. A Possum children's book.
That would be fun.
I I shouldn't even say this on here, but if you guys actually look at some of the stuff, there's some very inappropriate kids books that have very bad references to other things on like Amazon. Like oh, what's it like Ashley's beaver? Ashley loves to play with her pet beaver and stuff like very inappropriate
Why
things.
were you looking at
A
that?
guy at work showed me, but it was just like, wow, I cannot believe this stuff. Sorry, but the possum thing made me think of it. It's just like, wow, surely these aren't real books. Surely they're made up. But damn, yeah, Anthony, Facebook gets carried away. I've got plenty of haters anymore. I've talked to a few people that are on here tonight that know what's going on, but it sucks. When you really just try to help people and help promote the sport of trapping, and you've got people that just try to drag your name through the mud and you know literally, I mean, not just say bad things, but try to come between us, even with saying that I'm doing things behind her back, and it's just it's ridiculous. It's so stupid. And it's just
And
luckily,
anybody that knows you knows what I like about him, and sometimes what I could kill you for is you say it how it is. I mean,
yeah,
he's not fake. I mean, it is kind of what it is with you.
yeah,
And
I'll call it out if I see it, and that's some things. I've had some guys on here that I've talked to, that they have a very ambitious goal. Uh, One individual, which I'm not going to speak of his name, but he wanted to catch 500 coon this year. And I said, that's great. Awesome. I hope you do. He reached out to me on Facebook and he goes, yeah, I've got 12 dog proofs and 6 footholds. And I just was very blunt with it. And I said, that is almost impossible to do with the amount of traps you have. Um, you really, to hit 500, you really need to expand your arsenal. Um, Probably spend $700-800 on more equipment. Get you know, probably another 4 dozen dog proofs, a couple dozen 1.5, some, just to expand it. And this individual did not take that lightly. Oh, you're belittling my line. You think that nothing I'm doing's good enough. And it's like, no, I'm just being honest with you that, 500 coon when you have 18 traps is not realistic, period. And I'm not being mean or rude. I'm just telling you that you need more. If you want to go for 100 coon in the season, yeah, that's probably possible. It's going to be tough still, but it's possible. It sucks. I mean, so much drama and attacks daily. I don't know how Jay does it. I'm sure he's done it a lot.
Did you see Adventure with James's old car rotators? He found some really cheap.
Oh, nice. Rotors.
Oh, I can't read.
That's right. Nice. No, that'd work for drowners. Absolutely. Yeah, I bet you do, Jay. Absolutely, Tyler. You almost have to. Hey, Jay's gonna load me a GoPro till Christmas.
No, make him wait. No.
Oh shoot.
Brat.
Yeah. Oh, I might just have to buy my own GoPro and have it speed delivered.
My God. Make me
Oh,
mad.
yeah, Flintlock. A lot of people get sandbags and stuff, and that works great. Brooke Stearns.
I wonder if we buy the book off Amazon, does it still support you? It does. They keep a percentage of it, but when it goes off Amazon, when it brings up they rank you as a bestseller, and so that does help me. Otherwise, I do have a website. You can message me. It's jenniferdeaver.com, and you can message me what you want, and I can ship it to you too. So either way, but the Amazon, if you buy it off there and leave me a review, that helps me too. So
Thank you, Brooke. I
yeah.
appreciate it. Yeah, Anthony. That's why when I reached out to you, well, you technically reached out to me on Facebook first, but that's you really gotta just watch what you do and say. It's just ridiculous. And you're right, Jay. And a year ago, if you said that, I'd been like, you're probably doing something wrong." But no, you're right. You try to do the best you can, but it's almost like being a politician. No matter what you do, you're gonna make somebody pissed off at you, and it's ridiculous.
When Trapper Jay comes, is he bringing the possum? But which one of the Justins is wearing it?
Doesn't matter.
Mhm.
You did, Jay. You did warn me in advance. I can't. Yeah, I'll definitely give you that. You told me right off the bat that it's gonna get bad. See, Anthony's got a
My
good
God,
idea.
don't give him ideas.
You guys are so smart, and I'm so thankful that these guys. I love you.
I'm
I
gonna
love
ban him from these if you give him bad ideas.
you. Come on here tomorrow, and I'm gonna lose all my subscribers because you blocked them all.
Yep. I'll put you on the
Oh,
bad list.
oh boy, that's
Christmas
funny.
is far away, but he told me that's what he wanted, so that's what I bought him. So that was Maya.
Your dog snorted.
She's like a little pig. I love it.
Might as well get her up in here and show what she looks like.
They've seen Maya. I brought her up the last
Oh, have you?
This is my grumpy Maya.
Yeah, this is Maya. She's an angry little thing. She hates me or men, period, because she came from a very very rough past, and I'm assuming some guy beat the hell out of her. Is my guess, but
I love her.
hey, there you go.
Looks like you sold my woman on some books. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, bro.
Thank you guys. We appreciate support, guys. It's so you know. Granted, we butt heads from time to time. We're married. It's gonna happen, but I've supported her with school and her books that she writes, and she supported me with trapping, and it gets stressful at times, because we're always busy. There's it seems like as soon as it's like those commercials, like, hey, you got 5 minutes? Hey, I got 5 minutes. All right, nap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it literally is. It's just there's so much going on with her school every night. Um, then when they go to bed, I try to get some stuff done in the shop, and it's just there's no time. It it gets stressful, but we always make it work and support each other the best way we can. And poor old Maya here hates being this close to me.
She looks nervous.
She looks nervous as heck, but yeah, we appreciate the support, guys, for sure, absolutely. He probably did tell me 2 years ago, Jay. I don't remember.
You have to tell him a few times to make him listen, anyways.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
You got a pretty good video idea. Lots of people skin their animals, but like Jay, he makes his own lure video on harvesting the glands. Oh, absolutely. Logan, that's one thing I didn't do last year that I told everybody I would do is I want to get a video getting the essence out of skunks. She's gonna love that. She's gonna hate it when I come inside. Even if I do it and stay in a hotel for 3 days, she's gonna know still when I come home.
I can smell it before he's even down our lane.
We even talked about this earlier tonight. I said I catch a raccoon or a skunk at 7:30 in the morning, and it doesn't even spray. That's the only one I catch all day, and you will know when I come home that I caught one.
Mm-hmm.
Every time, every time.
Awful.
It's ridiculous. Use window weights for drowners. Oh, absolutely, Farmer's Branch for sure. For beaver though, do you think that's enough?
Looked like I was trying to catch the road runner. That's awesome.
I know because I've used window weights for coon before, but I've never used them for beaver or anything like that.
Bye, went tomorrow. Chopper
Careful, Jay.
You're gonna be on the blacklist.
You might not have a room to stay when you come up here that Saturday night if you're not careful. Oh,
I would Chopper a crazy lady.
That video stuck. They all love you.
Clearly.
Oh shoot. That you knew what I was doing in that video. It was fun. Maybe not. Oh.
Trapper Jay asked it before who's gonna set up the GoPro.
Yeah, because I have no idea what I'm doing. It's so funny. Like I am the trapper part, and she is the all of this part.
No, I've been teaching you, and today he set this up all on his own.
That's what I said. This night was the first night I set up this live on my own.
Yep.
So
I knew he was struggling a little bit, and I just sat and drank my tea, and it's like, this is how they learn to walk.
Yep.
And you did it. So
you're 5 years old now. You can be on your own. Yeah.
Not our baby.
Can you plug this in or put this in the charger, please? I'm learning things. I'm getting better. I'm up with the whole computer skills now. I feel like I'm hacking a NASA.
You're down with it?
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm groovy. Oh, shoot.
I know they use skunk
essence
and a lot of perfume.
Yeah,
I don't wear a lot of perfume at all.
I know.
Is that a bad thing?
No, I'm just kidding. I just want to see your reaction. If she kills me tonight, at least it's on live, so people know.
Then I'll just return that GoPro.
She always gets the last laugh. Flintlock 25, 100%. I own that movie and I've watched it several times. Like I said earlier, my skunks. I'm between everything I harvest off them. I'm just shy at $20, which is really good for a skunk. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, Jay, absolutely. You're definitely between you, Coon Creek, and 330. Those are, I'm gonna listen to you guys because I am terrible.
When is Jay coming?
Jay's gonna be up here Saturday night. I don't know what time yet. We haven't really talked about that.
Not this, but next.
No, tomorrow night.
Yeah. Next Saturday.
No.
Jay can bounce in the bounce house too.
Ooh, you get two Justins in a bounce house. Yeah. That sounds bad.
Yep, that'd be great.
Well, this one triple X real quick. No, but he's not here until the 6th. November
maybe
6th.
I'll consider letting you have your GoPro early, and he can help you while he's here.
What was that?
I'll consider it if you're good.
But I need it next week.
It's too bad.
I do, Jay. Look at me go. I'm learning. Send me a PM on Facebook. All right, I'll check it out here in a little bit, man. Absolutely.
PM, babe.
I just put my phone on the charger because that's my hotspot right now, and she's about to die. So I wanted to get that sucker plugged in. Chai tea and man bun.
Our daughter bought a Ken doll, and he's a barista, and he has a man bun, and Justin hates that
Mm.
Ken doll with the man bun.
Yeah, I told you about what I said to Jay last live, right?
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes. Oh my gosh. I'll make sure the kids and I are not here when that happens.
yeah.
So
Apparently, stuff's gonna get pretty crazy.
we'll stay.
Anthony, I'm weight wise, I'm probably about as much as Jay. So, oh, absolutely, Logan. Yeah, there's so much, and I can't think of who talked about this the other day. I think it was Coon Creek's video with he had a video out on big number trappers. Are they better than smaller number trappers? And he said this best as far as you cannot perfect trapping. There's no one that can say they caught 100% of the animals that came by. They were 100% with everything and the most efficient. There's always things to get better at, to improve on, to learn on, to get better. And there's two ways to do that. One, go out and experiment and learn on your own. And two is to talk to other trappers. You know, I've learned probably more in these videos, um, talking to other trappers from people messaging me through these lives, stuff like that, than I've actually taught people. Probably, I've learned so much from this, and it's great. Hey, Judith and Dan, how we doing? Boy, you missed the moderator save earlier. That was pretty bad.
I missed something bad.
I'll talk to you about it here in a little bit once we're done, because
Okay.
I don't even want to say it on this. It was pretty terrible.
Oh dear.
Cut the bun off.
It's rubber, so he just have a big old hole in his head.
You can keep the skunks when I catch them. I shoot them and take them out of the trap a day or three later, depending on if they spray or not. I don't want to hang them all, but I'm not gonna skin them. Oh man, it Justin. It's so tough. I mean, skunks. I hate to say it, but that's like the best money maker, your best bang for your buck this year. Skunks, between the essence uh, and the pelt itself, there's some good money to be made in them for sure. Yeah, Logan, he for sure did. Absolutely. Oh yeah, Tyler, for sure. Coon Creek's got some really good videos. Uh, Luckily, Jay on here, he's helped me out so much as far as filming and editing and learning how to process all this stuff. Because when I started this whole filming thing, I was a trapper with zero computer skills. Zero. This one's the computer person.
I'm not even that great.
I have nothing. Like, I had Facebook. I don't have Instagram.
Yeah,
Or,
I set up your YouTube or your Iowa Trapper page.
yeah. Now she set up all my pages, and I don't know. I'm just not a computer person, but I wanted to help out most I could, and luckily she helped me out, help you out, which turned out helping me out more than anything because I've learned so much from just you guys talking. And
The first video he ever did was with those muskrat stretchers as stabilizers, and he was so pumped and nervous. Should I post it? And just went back and forth, and
I did.
You were so nervous. It was really cute.
I remember when I got 50 views, and I was like, "This is awesome! This is so cool." Skunk Ape, I'm around Central. That's about all I'll go into detail on. Outdoor Mike, absolutely. There's a guy up in Canada. I can't think of his name right now. I want to say it's Mike, but I can't think of it for the life of me right now. But that's what he does. Like, he'll catch like 300 or 400 skunks a year, and that's basically what he targets. And he's very efficient at it. I want to say he uses 160 Belials and cubbies and boxes. Really, really good stuff. Hey, thanks, Logan. No, I appreciate it. Those guys are the real guys with this. I'm just kind of starting up and doing what I can, but I appreciate it, man. Jeep fam, if you come down and it's me and Jay together, you're probably not going to learn anything. Probably just
I'll learn how to BS.
yeah, learn how to shoot the shit a little bit and go from there. So Dustin cleaned up 14 number one long springs to use in mink sets. Nice, nice. Mink trappers, to me, the blind set mink guys are like the best trappers in the world in my eyes. It's crazy. Internet veteran.
Couple shot. You could take 2 for both.
Oh, I'm
of
taking
us.
2 for both of us.
I'm not a huge drinker.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
She don't drink, but I'll take the 2 for both of us.
I like wine every once in a while. And I'll go to this fancy little pub and have martinis sometimes. But
yeah,
that's about where I'm at.
Yeah, she don't drink a whole lot. When she actually put Fireball in her tea,
yeah, that was pretty good.
2 lives ago, like that was the most I've seen her drink in a long time.
I just don't drink a lot,
so nothing wrong with that either. So thanks, Internet Veteran. I appreciate it, buddy. Definitely appreciate your support. Almost every week you're in here, so I appreciate it, man. Separate Jeep, yeah, ain't gonna happen. If she has one of them, that chair's tipping over backwards in about 5 minutes and it's game over.
Whatever.
Absolutely outdoor, Mike. And that's the thing. I can't wrap my head around this, but so I'm trying to help out people, kind of learn what to do in my style of trapping. And everyone's like, man, I'm getting into trapping. I'd love to do that, but I don't want to catch, 1,000 or 500 of them. I just want to go out and catch 20. Then go out and catch 20. There's no one should belittle you or make fun of you for going out and catching 20 or 10 or 5 or 2. Everyone, it seems like there's so much of it becomes almost like an ego thing. Well, I caught this many. Well, I caught this many. And it's ridiculous. Like I've said before, there's guys that literally run circles around me. If they want to, they can catch 2,000 coon in November alone. And probably still catch 200 mink while they're doing it. I'm not that guy, and I'll never be that guy. For 2 reasons: I have a family and I have a full-time job. A lot of those guys, about all of them I know, they don't, and that's fine.
Or maybe their wives are just
more lenient.
Yeah, maybe.
Ow!
Yeah.
You broke my shoulder.
Oh yeah. Can't trap then, I guess. Shoot.
This isn't fair.
Oh, poor baby.
This isn't fair. I said you could come in for a little bit. It's time for you to go.
You want me to kick me out now? It's all right. I'll go to bed.
No, it's all good. But no, it's just, there's nothing wrong. I had one guy reach out to me. He's like, hey, I caught 4 coon last year, and I'm hoping to catch 10 this year. Awesome. I hope you do it. If you need any help, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you out any way I can. This isn't, I'm doing decent numbers with it, but it's not about the numbers. I'm showing you what it's like to be blue collar, to have a family, to have a job, to have commitments. Everyone thinks you have to, not have any of that, or your career is in the trapping industry to have big numbers. And that's not the case. Not at all. It's just, I quite frankly will bust my ass every day to go out and trap. When I go back to work, I'm up at 2:00 in the morning to go run lines before work. Yeah. Come home.
And he builds up his PTO and stuff to take a few.
Oh yeah. I'll be taking a couple weeks off at first for sure. But once I go back to work, it's run traps for work, come home, make dinner. She has school. So I'm with the kids while she's doing school. When they go to bed, I'll go skin. I'll be going to bed at 11 o'clock at night, up at 2 o'clock in the morning some nights, and it's rough, but it's what I want to do. It's who I am, I guess. Adventures, James. I work at a distribution center for food. Um,
He's a forklift operator.
yeah, pretty much. Um, just drive a forklift around a lot or pull orders. Uh, about 50 hours a week right now. It's pretty busy, but um, yeah, it's a good gig for the most part. I mean, everyone has their problems, but oh, Jay, trust me, we're gonna have. I'm hoping for 150 coon first day when you're up here, and that means 75 of them are gonna be on your side of the truck. I might even set this up better so you get about 95 of them. That'd be perfect.
Crazy lady.
F&T's a trap house.
Oh.
That's awesome, Justin. Hey, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear they enjoy it.
Hey, Farmers Branch Outdoor, you take care.
You have to take another shot. You don't have to get up. You can sleep in a little bit. Unless Grace wakes up early, then she's yours. So
What? She will wake up early. That's what she does.
Yeah, that kid.
All right, Farmers Branch. You win. Absolutely, Owen J. Absolutely. Your first year trapping, um, please reach out. If you have Facebook, message me at Iowa Trapper. I would want to help you out any way I can. Any advice or any technique that I can help you with, please. Yeah, it's literally people like you that got me into this, and I want to help out. Just teach what I can and learn so much from what you guys have to say too. But that's awesome. I'm glad you're out doing it, man. Tyler, one thing I'll say with that, I have so many, I won't say so many, but I have a decent amount of kids that I've taken trapping. I'm going to take more of them this year trapping on my line. That even though they don't become trappers, I won't say they won't, but they could become trappers. But if they don't, at least they understand the purpose of trapping. Like my wife, she could not take a life to save her soul, and she won't. And I understand that, but she knows why I do it, and she understands the importance of it and why it's needed. And same way with deer. You know, we get deer on our property every single night. Will she let me or my son kill one? Absolutely not. But deer is a very vital part of our food source. We have, I mean,
That's pretty much what we eat.
most years we have deer literally 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah,
at least.
That's our main protein.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I didn't let them shoot the ones on our property because it was 2 moms and 2 babies. I don't care if the babies didn't have spots; they were still with their moms. And our son was pissed. He did not like that I didn't let him do
and
that.
at the same sense, I get it because as a true outdoorsman, I love just seeing that wildlife, and I love seeing them around. It's kind of towards late of view season where I'm like, okay, well, let's get some meat on the table. But at the same time, I love seeing those fawn. Matter of fact, one of the fawns a few years ago, we saw it could have been a day old in our driveway.
It was so cool. The mom, we stood and watched, but yeah, the
mom was blowing at us and just
that was
pissed as all get out. But we could walk right up to that fawn and touch it, and it just
we didn't touch it though.
No, we didn't. But I mean, it was right there. I mean, and that's what I love. Seeing nature at its finest, the circle of life, and I think it's probably the same doe every time since we've lived here that she's had at least one or two.
Oh, so
she's
cool.
had twins a couple of times, so it's just so cool.
I love that.
All right, we're way behind now.
Well, you got on it.
I know. I just go. Absolutely outdoor, Mike.
about the coyotes. I heard them. They woke me up last night. Did you hear them?
Yeah.
Holy
No, I didn't hear
moly.
him last night, but I heard him the night before.
They were nuts last
Yeah, we
night.
got a lot of coyotes around.
Mhm.
Problem is, the coyote market's pretty terrible right now.
I worry
It's
for
rough.
my turkeys. When they get
Luckily, our turkeys roost right next to our air conditioner every night. These little saps are just. Ugh.
Oh, you love them. You have more pictures of them on your phone than I do.
I still have more pictures of you on my phone than I do them.
Oh, you better.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Judith and Dan. Yeah, it's early yet. But I would say next 2 weeks that's going to change pretty drastically. Oh, well, you just help me on my line since I have 3 skinning machines now. You, me, and my skinner. We can go to town, so that's gonna work out great. I appreciate your support, buddy. Good thing I am a rookie, Jay. Absolutely, 100%.
Next time you could start with a smaller bottle.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, trust me, Jay. If I do that, you're gonna find me. I'm gonna end up like naked in the bounce house tonight, and I'll be in trouble. Oh, yeah, and a veteran. I appreciate it, man, but there's way too much left in that. It's not gonna happen. And if I don't make it to my daughter's birthday party tomorrow, I'll never see that GoPro. Yeah, you did, Jay. I hope it's not too terrible of a night, obviously, since you've been in here pretty consistently. Outdoor Mike, that's awesome. Take your kids along, show them what it is, even if they don't, decide to be trappers themselves. At least they know what it's about and understand it, and that's all we could do.
He can't sleep in because he has work to do. You're right. He comments on that sometimes, and you're a pretty good procrastinator. So
I am not a procrastinator. Yep, I am.
yes, you are.
Yeah, a lot of work to do yet. A lot of work to do, but we got our first possum yesterday, so season's off to a good start.
we let it go.
Ooh, an veteran.
No deal. No, I'm not giving you it early.
I think if you make that about $350, then I can buy a new one right now. No, I appreciate it, veteran. You're a good man. I appreciate it, but no big deal.
You want 6 more
No,
turkeys?
no.
Our turkeys made friends with some wild ones, so we've had some wild ones at our house.
Mm. Yeah, they bring in the wild ones. That's for sure.
I love that. The flanks are turning still thin in the back.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while, Judith and Dan for sure, but they're gonna be start turning pretty quick. Yeah, Flintlock. Their possums are terrible. Luckily, I stumbled across a really good market this year for possums. Uh, between everything on them, we're gonna be sitting pretty decent money wise, so I'm happy about that.
There's a lot of turkeys around here, though, right?
Oh yeah, we
There's
have
plenty of
very strong
turkeys.
turkey population. I think they're harder on our pheasant and quail even
Yeah.
because we're definitely lower than we used to be on them.
Yeah, that's too bad.
That's funny, Jay. Uh, hey, thanks, Logan. You have a good night, bud. Yeah, Jay goes live tomorrow. I'll be on there and busting his balls on that one too. So, but it is quarter to midnight. Think we're gonna wrap it up here a little bit, guys. Uh, appreciate all the support. We are a week away from pre-staking, so next week when I do this, we're gonna be done at about 10:30 at the latest. Because I really do. I want to do a live on my line 7 o'clock in the morning Saturday. You know, 45 minutes. Let's get pumped up. Let's do this. We're gonna have a long ass day. We're gonna have 700 traps staked within the next 2 weeks across about 210 miles. So it's gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. Uh, I want to involve you guys as much as I can. Show you guys what I'm doing. Um, with this GoPro that I'm getting next week,
You're hilarious.
you know, but I'm trying to involve you guys as much as I can and show you guys what I'm doing. Uh, it's difficult, it's because I myself am a hands-on person. I want to learn by seeing firsthand, and it's difficult sometimes, and I actually had a guy reach out to me about an hour away and said, "Hey, I've never trapped before in my life. You know, are these trails good?" Because he watched a few of my videos, and I think it was Coon Creek. He saw a couple of, and are these good? I'm like, honestly, not really, because he had no idea. He'd never trapped before at all. Luckily, I had a really good friend of mine that's huge into trapping, duck hunting, all the outdoors, a real enthusiast with all sports, outdoor sports. I reached out to him, said, "Hey, this guy's in your neck of the woods. He wants to learn trapping." My buddy took him under his wing. He's actually saving some trails on his road line for this guy to take his traps to set on for him. He's like, "I want to catch 3 to 6 coon my first year," and my buddy goes, "You're going to catch that in the first day." And it's so cool that I can reach out to other trappers and you know, have them encourage other people because I don't have the time right now to drive. If I had the time, I'd drive an hour to go help this guy, but I just don't. Um, it's just not there right now. I'm so swamped with work and everything else going on, but it's so cool to see that that trappers are willing to help trappers like that, and just he took time out of his day on his lunch break even to go take this guy out and show him some stuff, and it's just amazing, and I'm so happy to be part of that. Internet veteran, one more. Fine, but tomorrow's gonna be rough.
Trapper J, do you own the skunk smell or do you pretend you don't know? Justin, our guy that takes care of his truck, I think John could kill you. The amount of times he has brought his stinky truck to.
Yeah, I take my truck in for an oil change, and all of a sudden they're like, "Yeah, we're not gonna do this anymore this time of year." I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Absolutely. You guys have a good night. Ladies and gentlemen, it's here. Season is here. If you're an outdoor enthusiast in any way, season's here. If you're a deer hunter, you're a pheasant hunter, you're a trapper, it's here. Um, a lot of work to do yet. A lot of work to do, but I'm getting pumped up. Especially we get some cold weather. I think tonight's 42. That's exciting for me. She hates it. She wants it 95 year round. But yeah. Hey Tyler, I'll tell you what, you get a hold of me on Iowa Trapper on Facebook if you have it. I'd be happy to help you out any way I can. It's a little different for you down there, down south, but um, I'd be happy to help out or just even see some of the stuff you got going on down there. Learn your strategies and methods from an area I'm not familiar with. So it'd be interesting. Be interesting. 2 hours round trip on the road line. Yeah, we're looking at a pretty good mileage this year. It's gonna be fun. I will, Jeep fam. Absolutely, absolutely. It is. It is. Travis Wade, I feel bad because you're getting right here on the end of it when we're taking off, but uh, no, it's been fun, guys. But it's time to wrap it up. Like I said, we got our daughter's birthday tomorrow with a bounce house and bubble stations and all kinds of things for
Pinata.
a pinata
Mhm.
for what 13?
It's gonna be fun.
13 5-year-olds. So daddy's gonna start drinking early.
No, you're not. No, he's not.
No. It was fun, guys. I appreciate all the support, for both of us. The few of you that bought my wife's book,
Yeah.
always helping me out. Uh, it's fun. It's fun. But you guys keep commenting and I can't get out of here. No. You guys take care. We're gonna head to bed. We gotta get some sleep. Uh, guess what, guys? We're next time I do this, I'm gonna be prestaking the next morning. It's here. It is here. So you guys take care, and we'll see you next time.
Do a trapping demo at the party. No.
What part? Ooh, I should.
No.
I'll give them all dog proofs.
No.
I should.
Oh, Trapper J, you're getting close to the block list.
Well, Justin, I appreciate it. We all have our part. We really do. We got to share what we know, and help the people that want help, and just show the world what trappers are. Things have changed so much over the last 50 years, and PETA will still hold on to all the teeth traps that are designed to break bones and stuff, and that's not how it is. So we just got to stick to it. So anyway, I
Okay.
appreciate everybody, and we'll see you guys next Friday. Love you.
Are you saying that to Jay or to me?
You.
Oh, okay. I love you too.